Welcome to episode 11 of Spelljammer.
Ooh.
No longer Academy. You have
True.
graduated as of today. Who has a shiny recap for me?
I do. Right. Mert's personal log, 1496, DR, 10th day of Flame Rule. Bloody pirates, can't believe they actually attacked us directly. Gif on the Foundling and a pair of Gith in the mess hall. I have a slightly strange battle report suggesting a half-naked Gif was seen roaming the halls at one point, but I digress. They were after Micken, of course. I hear they even tried to slit the poor foe's throat when the pirates realised they probably weren't making it out of this alive. When all the dust settled, though, and I'd slaughtered a dozen pirates and thrown one off the roof into another Spelljammer ship, causing a fiery explosion, Micken was still alive, my favourite batch of recruits were alive, and all the pirates were dead or in the drink. I might need to give them a promotion at this rate. Though I am going to send Micken to a penal colony for 4 years. And if the brutal regime, constant beatings, and crippling loneliness doesn't straighten him out, nothing will. Mert signing out. Right. Rune's personal log 1496 DR, 11th day of Flame Rule. I think I died twice, actually. The first time was in all that mess when Micken was nearly killed. I thought I saw something, and I was too curious for my well-being, so I asked Idol if he would help me do it again. I thought it might be Istis reaching out. I was wrong. So very wrong. I've never wanted more in my life to be greeted by a beach in the 3. Instead, I found Solaire. She grabbed me instead of Istis because I'm unpredictable, outcast, desirable, a thing to be owned and collected. I hate this. She's an artificial god created by that machine on the ship we found, and she's not alone. There are at least 4 of them. The Doubt, the Veil, the Wish Granter, and I couldn't hear the last one. Created to fight other gods. She offered help, answers, but something scares me about her, and I needed to get away from her. But not before I asked her a stupid question. I asked her the same question I asked her the other machine. She unwound my arm and pulled the threads apart that made me up, and inside I saw the threads of me, Istis, and her brothers. She called them gifts, and that's it.
So
That's all.
one very minor point of clarification: just the one brother, not all.
Oh,
of them.
okay. Fair enough.
Do with that what you will. So
Factuous
yes, you
personal
had.
log.
Oh,
New personal best on the deadlift.
bravo!
I love that his personal logs would just be new personal best of the devil and just have a number.
Yeah.
or didn't make personal best and then my number.
Dear. Yeah. So you fought off the evil horde of pirates that were attacking you. Decided to then kill yourself afterwards anyway, and got some answers in return. As a very brief reminder of the forces of destiny swirling around you, you have off recording chosen Rune to get a little assist today, and also last session you were asked, do you go in blind or with your eyes wide open? And you collectively chose to go in with your eyes wide open. So we'll see what happens with that choice later on. So with that, after the attack, as the dust settles from the recent attack on Spelljammer Academy, you find yourselves summoned to the ornate office of the Wolf. The room is less chaotic than the last time you were summoned here, the very beginning of your adventure. He commends you for your valor in defending the Academy against the assailants, gratitude beaming in his eyes as he extends a hand to each of you, thanking you for your unwavering bravery. In recognition of your exceptional skills, he proposes a future partnership, offering your crew future potential and opportunities within the organization. So, 3-4 sessions ago now, I offered you a choice of missions, and I'll post that in a second. But as the final bit of wrap up for the attack on the Spelljammer Academy, he gives you the Medal of Service, a little ornate medal carved out of the adamantine meteorite that you recovered a little while ago, and we'll paste what that does now.
Ooh. Very nice. Oh, very nice.
Ooh. Ah, okay. Cool.
Is that just charisma saves full stop and then
Mhm.
on? Wow,
Yep.
nice.
Yeah.
Man, I go up to a -1.
Hey! If you have any questions for Mert, feel free to ask them. Otherwise, I will. Here's the mission brief that you picked last time, and you can set sail.
I think the only question Rue would ask is, are you sure Micken has to go for 4 years? I don't think he's going to come. Like, it's not exactly a restorative, punishment. He's just going to come out mean and horrible.
I mean, I just came out swole.
Psychological research on Uth to suggest that penal punishment doesn't actually do anything to help, remediate criminal intent. That being said, you could shoot him in one of his legs and let him leave.
Oh, that does sound tempting. I don't know if you know this, but his family is exceedingly rich. He will be out in a lot less time on good behavior, and we might get a little kickback at the same time. So.
Oh, it's one of those. It's one of those. Okay.
It is a performative sentence in order that you be seen to be punishing him.
Absolutely.
But his family are too rich for him to face any real consequences. I understand completely.
I mean, if you're telling me he had a key part in what happened, and he is not as innocent as you say, but my understanding is he's a dupe in all of this. But is that not true?
He
An
is
absolute memory.
Yes, fortunately, so he is kind of stupid, and it is very possible his fiance is in on it in some capacity, but we never were able to confirm that. So
we have agents tracking her down as we speak.
For good or ill.
It's just really disappointing to hear that he won't be able to spend all that time learning to bench.
I think your interaction with the prison system was very different than what his interaction with the prison system would be.
I mean, no, I wasn't a prisoner when I was doing the manual labour. I became a prisoner at the end. That's the reason I stopped doing the manual labour, because I became a prisoner. I was just looking forward to him doing some good manual labour work, day in, day out, to get buff.
You never know the month he has. He may get some, a regimen set in or something. You never know.
I would also say that your approach and view is very much unique, and so that perhaps not everybody approaches prison sentences in the same light that you might do.
No, I just think that Micken will end up being the prison bitch. That's all. That's what my uncle used to say about people who looked like him who went in. They're like, well...
He is a bit twinky, isn't he?
A little, unfortunately. Oh, it's not your problem to deal with anyways. Thank you.
You're very welcome. No, thank you. You saved us. And I hope that this future partnership will bring reward for both yourself and for us.
Well, I heard you hurled a man off the top of this tower and into a spelljammer ship. That was some rumor going around.
Absolutely.
Rolling insight.
I choose to believe it.
13.
Out of character is what we're saying.
That's in character for his reputation. Given that when you first met him, he was struggling to put his trousers on, you maybe not.
I choose to believe it. Well, I believe we've got some colonists to save.
You
Right,
do.
let's shove off, shall we?
Yes.
So the next day, you are given a fully repaired and laden out flighty foundling. It is your ship once again, with instructions to head to the planet Anadia. It is roughly 24 hours away, a day's travel time.
We get long rests and everything, right?
Yeah, long rest, absolutely.
Does it have supplies on board? Because they said their supplies were...
Yep. It has a number of crates for yourselves, as well as the those requested by the expedition team.
I will naturally be shocked if it genuinely is just that they've run out of food, but we should at least be prepared for that initially.
Do you also put a lock on the cupboards?
Sure.
No. Well, I don't. But what I have requested is a second, smaller more portable, more destructible cupboard that contains all the cooking wine.
It's like a collapsible one.
Yeah.
What is the travel time to the planet?
24 hours. Okay, roughly a day.
That's fine. That's fine.
Pretty sure. Well, you have the access to the star map, so we can very quickly check. Did that work?
Oh, are we still level 4?
You are, yes.
Yeah, cool. I'm just checking that
I know. Technically,
Oh.
the book says level 5, but then the next campaign starts at level 5. So you've got a few more missions in you before I.
Yep.
Okay,
No,
so
no,
it looks like
I'm giving you magic items. That more than makes up for it.
it looks like about 36 hours.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't
Yes.
think
Okay. About a day and a half. Yeah. Anything you want to do on board before you leave?
The only thing I would try and do is like magic item craft, but I don't really have the money to get crafting supplies for common magic items anyway. So yeah, I'll probably just read.
Okay. Given that it is 36 hours, what is the rough breakdown of who is piloting the ship?
I'm happy to take first shift.
Yeah,
I can take second.
I'll take third.
and I shall round us out.
So we arrive with Ido flying the ship.
Yeah. We
Brilliant.
sail the ocean blue, and us all ships are beauty.
So can you roll Ido perception at disadvantage?
Perception at disadvantage.
Yes, please.
These two are a +6. It's a natural 20 and an 8, so 14.
So you don't spot this, but to the camera, as you approach the planet, much like a piece of string wafting in the air in the breeze, you see two threads, one black, one red, flowing towards the ship. And as it floats above the deck, behind Ido, who's piloting the ship in his helm, they start to coalesce into two threads of yarn, one red, one black, and then they drop with a thud that you do hear.
Huh? What? Chaps?
Yes. What?
What's back there? Something fell over.
I go and investigate pretty quickly.
You see
Probably
two threads,
Red
two
and black.
spools of yarn. So again.
red and black. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are they magical at all?
Somebody else touched them. I don't.
Can
feel
I?
good
Well,
about this.
before we touch, can I just cast detect magic?
Oh, they are very magical.
Ooh.
Red and black.
Do you want me to pick them up?
I could ask the orderly to do it.
If you could, that'd be great. I just
What school of magic do I, or is it not?
You know, but Richard does not know the school, so he is currently looking through the list.
enhancement. Enchantment is what I'm thinking.
Abjuration, evocation, divination, illusion, necromancy, transmutation.
I guess. Have you decided what that's going towards, Mr. Rune?
Rune would choose charisma, I think.
So yeah, it is an enchantment then.
Yeah, so she's looking at both of these and going, I think this is...
You feel drawn towards them.
Vax is going to pick up both spools.
They do nothing in your hands. They are just two. As far as you're concerned, they are two squishy balls of yarn.
At least, it's like, she looks at them and she goes, at least this was always up front with me. And she grabs the red one.
As you reach towards it, it suddenly starts to unspool, coils around your hand, and then as the entire spool goes around your hand, it doesn't feel like there's a pressure. It just feels like it's just like a warm jumper. And then as it fully coils around your hand, it then sinks into your skin and disappears. And you get your +1 to your ability score.
Nice.
Well,
What
that's
happens
weird.
to the black thread?
The black thread stays there.
Like,
Do you want the other one?
No, can
Are
you
you
toss
okay?
that one, please? Yeah, I'm okay. I feel fine. More grounded in the world, I think.
I baseball throw it as far as I can into wild space.
The camera departs from you, following the yarn as it flows through space, and it suddenly glitches, and then bursts into dust and disappears.
What was happening back there, chaps? I didn't take my eyes off the road.
God stuff.
Oh, neat.
Yes.
I know he's there with his hands on the wheel at 10 and 2 and 8 and 4.
Of course he is.
I mean, it is a helm. It's a seat, right? So it's just like a steering wheel built into the. Like it's like it's like a fancy racing chair.
Yeah, you know, like at arcades where you can go like play Need for Speed on a cabinet, and it's just
So does a different kind of steering mechanism manifest for each one of us?
Yeah.
Neat.
Because I imagine that for Vaxis, the helm is a treadmill.
One of those ones where you can load a video in so you can see where you're running.
Oh God, yeah.
Or possibly, yeah, he sits on it and then it transforms into a bike or something.
Rowing machine.
Yes! That's the one! He sits down and some spectral oars pop up.
Oh God. Great.
One thing I did want to do actually, if I could, during the journey, you know, I picked up a grenade last week.
You did.
Could I put some work into making that like a fused thing, like a set charge rather than a throw charge?
Absolutely.
Anything you want me to roll for that?
What's your? Do you have Tinker's tools or?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, roll me that, which I believe is your proficiency plus your int.
Do you also want to cover it in glitter and ball bearings?
It's going to be a 30. The glitter is incidental.
Then you wholeheartedly succeed, sir. I'm assuming you didn't get a 20.
I got a 19 on the die.
I was going to say that's 30 without even hitting natural 20.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, so without further ado, are you seeing these images as I'm hitting share?
Not yet.
Okay.
Is that as in System 2?
No, this will be a new one. So
Player handouts, handout pages. There we go.
this one?
Ah, I see a planet.
Yep.
Pretty.
Hey! Excellent. You're right.
Anadia.
Anadia.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Anadia.
Anadia, yeah. That's a cool planet.
The planet of Anadia is mainly an expanse of badlands and dry washes, which gives it a dusty orange colour from afar. But as you approach, you start to notice flecks of green throughout, as vegetation desperately tries to claw back the land. At the polar extremes, the land appears to flatten into gently rolling, fertile hills, dotted with forests, patches of grassland, and it's here, towards the edge of the northern pole, that you head. Your flight path takes you down a long, wide valley with rocky hills forming a natural barrier. There are what appears to be patches of farmed land with a wheat-like grass growing within, following the course of the small river. As the valley levels out, it becomes more wooded, and at the edge of this, just before it becomes unwieldy, you find what appears to be a small outpost. Multiple tents have been erected between large crates of presumably supplies, and at the edge of this space, an artificial landing pad has been constructed out of wooden blocks. Feel free to roll me a perception check as you fly down this valley. Looking for a 13 or more.
I got exactly
25.
13.
14.
But as you fly down the valley, in between these fields of wheat, you spot a stone temple sandwiched right in the middle of a field.
It's a bit incongruous, chaps. Look over there.
Okay, does this stone temple look new?
No.
Okay, just double checking.
Does
Very
it
old.
appear to be like the remnants of an alien ship or anything?
No, it just looks like a stone temple. Doesn't look like it's
So we're unlikely to find any stone temple pilots.
Well, they were
Well done.
excavating something, so maybe this is what they are excavating.
Can we see the remnants of the expedition? Can we see people coming out to greet us or anything? Or
So assuming you land in this landing pad,
set us down on the landing pad? Yes.
the wood creaks beneath you as the spelljammer lands in the makeshift dock. but holds fast, and your ship comes to a stop. A figure approaches, human, hair grey, and weather-faced. His seniority shows in his stance, and despite his older looks, he holds himself with a quiet confidence. He is flanked by 2 elven guards, each equipped with a large crossbow with a metal run down the centre. As you step off the ship, he greets you warily. Greetings, travellers. My name is Captain Carver. It is nice to see fellow explorers, and we are in need of supplies, but I caution you, this site is under the authority of the bridge.
The bridge?
The bridge. 1 second.
And have we heard of the bridge?
Roll me a history check. DC 10. Let's see how much you're paying attention.
18.
Dirty 20.
17.
21.
If you were looking to share something with us, I've just gotten the same planet again.
1 second. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool picture.
Oh, he's rad.
The bridge. So you know that the Spelljammer Academy is only half of what Mert does at that place, whereas the Academy is the more altruistic type enterprise where, training new cadets, the voyage into the stars. The bridge is under much stricter control, and it is where they get their revenue from. It is how they make money. They go off expeditions, escort missions, sometimes even fights. It is where the less sciencey, more profit-driven enterprises come from.
But is it so presumably it's one of like law and order?
Yeah, it all
Yeah.
comes under the umbrella of the Academy. It is just the other side of the coin. All
Is it like-
under the control of the Mert.
Is saying this is under the control of the bridge, is it saying this is a Federation planet, etc.?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, jolly good. Well, we had a note that you needed resupply or defending or some such. Was there a particular problem?
Yes. Before I do that, let me switch map.
Presumably we've got a bunch of supplies in the hold to resupply them with.
Yes.
Do.
Yeah.
Can you see the map?
Yes.
I can.
Yes.
Excellent.
Well, yeah, we've got some supplies for you. Let me know where you'd like them, and I'll start unloading.
Excellent. My men will escort you. Thank you very much. As for your other question, yes, it's difficult to explain.
Can I
Yeah,
instant
yes.
check this guy and just
Sure.
kind of like
I was
give me like
also-
a general feeling, like is he who he says he is, and is he being like honest with us, I guess?
Mhm.
Could I get on that as well?
Yeah, go for it.
20 total.
Let me get out my dice.
22 total.
I don't need to roll anything to tell you that he is above board. He is who he says he is. He has the authority he says he does. However, with those rolls, what you do catch is it's not quite paranoia, but it is kind of like he is uneasy about the situation. Not
Is he about the
specifically
situation or about like us?
No, just he is reacting to his situation in terms of what's been happening rather than anything specific about you showing up.
Sure. So he's twitchy rather than.
Yeah, anyone new would have triggered this reaction, not specifically you.
Cool. Pray continue. Tell us your woes, good sir.
Yeah, something about animals going crazy.
Yeah, so we brought supplies with us, we brought rations, but we also brought livestock. We hoped to set up a permanent site here, not only to carry out the research at the site nearby, but also to explore this planet and see what other resources we could find. However, very quickly something happened to our wildlife. They got twisted. I can't explain it. Well, one of my colleagues can go into more detail, but we've been kind of living off all the rations that we had. All of our Rich doesn't know. So when you set up a colony, you have to set up a supply chain for future rather than just relying on rations. I'm at a loss for the words that he would use to describe that.
Cattle.
Yeah, but yeah, any ongoing help that they had of having a more permanent food supply kind of went out the window, basically. And it started to affect men.
These creatures you say have become twisted. Do you, have they all become wild and left, or are they? Have you slain any? Or-
Come with me. Come with me.
No, please.
And he will escort you down to number 3 on the map here. And before he leaves, shall I just get my men to offload the ship?
Yeah, sure. They're just through here and open up and.
I'll put the parking brake on.
They will continue to. They will start to offload the supplies that you've marked out. I'll let those insight rolls roll on here. You also catch that these guys are also a bit twitchy, but again, they're not hostile towards you. Just they are also on edge. But they will, happily start to offload the cargo.
Bro.
So he leads you to what is effectively the mess tent. But outside you see a number of carcasses of animals. They are some chickens and one large sheep. And as you actually, before we do that, he introduces you to a cleric. Let me bring up her description. So food preparation area with a mixture of supplies and packed rations to produce and grow in the nearby wheat fields. The cleric Fira is here, and she sort of bows to you. Hello, travellers. I'm a little busy. As you can see, the wildlife here and our own are a little bit out of sorts. And she gets back to what she's doing. But as you can see, a number of corpses sprung up. If anyone wants to give me a medicine check or an investigation or perception.
When you
Hell
say
yes.
corpses, as in corpses of livestock or corpses
Yeah.
Carcasses.
Carcasses, sorry,
Yeah.
Apologies.
That's a maximum on the D20 and the D4 for guidance.
Oh.
So that is going to be 32.
So you can see that any characteristic that they had that amplifies their hostility or their threat. So their limbs have become more elongated. They've grown claws. You can see down their limbs where they were previously had veins. They've become black, and effectively these creatures have been warped by something.
Yeah, some kind of epigenetic change happening. It's causing them to become more primal, more aggressive, more predatory almost.
Yeah. Makes them completely unsuitable for livestock. They attack us, they attack each other, and anyone who consumes their flesh will have migraines. They start to become sick over time. We didn't notice that the changes came gradual, but they were consistent. Nothing we could do could stop them. All I could do was purify what food I had, and I've been doing so non-stop since the incident.
Could I ritual cast detect poison and disease?
Mm-hmm.
Could I also make a guess that maybe something to do with etheric radiation?
Roll me a Arcana.
What are they eating around
15.
here?
And are you growing crops here?
We introduced some crops to the region that seems to be unaffected for now. And as I say, I can purify most of this stuff. As we were getting desperate, and so I had to resort to these carcasses here and some others to sort of keep our bellies fed whilst we awaited your supplies.
You've done well to hold out. And you say half of them just disappeared. Were there any tracks or anything like that?
They were. They headed. She glances at the captain. East. But they disappeared pretty quickly into the fields.
So there was a 15 on etheric radiation.
It is, considering that you were the one who got modified physically by it. Could be. You haven't ruled it out, but on that roll, you're not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, can you let me know when 10 minutes has gone by?
Sure.
Or 11 minutes, technically. Or, no, sorry, 10 minutes and 6 seconds.
Okay, in that case, I am going to get my sword. It's still in its scabbard, and go. Okay, so does Does this look familiar at all? The effect on this blade. Pull out the sword, and then where it's dripping with the etheric radiation a little bit. Does
Once
this?
again, she glances at the captain. I'm not quite sure.
Okay, no
I've
problem.
certainly not noticed anything like that. What you can see on the creature is what we've been dealing with.
Okay, put it back, shielding everyone from the radiation again, and just on my back.
Well, at least you don't have to eat any of this anymore. You can have whatever we brought in the ship, which is a lot of dried meat.
Yes, delicious.
And we are truly grateful for that. But I think, however, longer term, we need someone, which is what we asked for in our communication, someone to go and find out what's causing this.
Oh,
Do you have a copy of the text of the poster that was originally sent to the?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
posted it in the chat.
Ah,
Request immediate resupply and investigative team to resolve the issue.
Well, I'm
Alright.
teaming with investigation.
Well, let's go investigate. Where did anyone track the animals where they were going, or they just disappeared one day? Because that would be a good place for us to go investigate.
To the east, and then they lost the tracks.
Right.
She
So-
glances at the captain. Have they been? Do they have full access? And he goes, "Yes, they do. You better come with us then." And they lead you to the next area.
Ooh.
Intrigue.
Dun, 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 dun.
So she offers you some food before you depart, but otherwise she'll stay there, continuing to ritually cast purify food and drink.
I will
Does
politely
the detect
decline.
poison and disease go off?
Yes, so I imagine you hang around there for at least 10 minutes. It goes off. You can't. Nothing pings from that.
So there's nothing poisonous or diseased as far
No.
as this spell comes out.
Yeah. Roll me a medicine check.
Can I guidance myself on this one?
Sure.
16 plus 1 plus 9. No, plus 8. 25.
Well,
This character is going to be proficient in every skill, Rich. There's nothing you can do to stop me.
So, whilst it doesn't look natural, everything about this creature is natural. It just has had its naturalistic predator traits heightened. It is not a disease
It's
that's
chicken teeth.
affecting it.
Yeah. There's no spell casting has happened here. No,
Nope.
like mutagens have happened. It is that, yeah. Okay.
So Captain Carver will take you to a second tent. Leftover supplies from the initial surveys are kept here, but also as you approach, you notice like bits of large stone with patterns carved into them, bits of pottery. This is clearly a archaeological tent. And he says, so the reason we're here is that we found a temple of significance to us for the things that we are interested in.
Can you stop beating around the bush? Because this is getting we found a temple of X thing, that of the things that we are interested in. It feels like you're trying to lead us to water that is poison.
It literally is poison. You've seen the consequences of what's happened here.
Technically, it's not poison.
Who is the temple to, and what are
we
you
don't know.
interested in?
We're here to study it. We have dubbed it the Starlight Temple. It is clearly a set of beings that we have spotted on other planets and other sites that are dedicated to exploring the far reaches of space, what's beyond this system. They have insights from decades, millennia of excavations, excursions, travels. They are akin to the traveller, the wandering traveller that I'm sure you've met them. That they have a interest in what's beyond just the system.
Do we know the Wandering Traveller?
You've met them once. It was in the very first session. It was the monks who congratulated you on your very first trip and gave you a little vial of dust. So they are a kind of like almost like a divine organization, except that there isn't a god behind it. They are there's just one, and enigmatic figure who is basically wants to explore the stars and helps others who do so. They come to the aid of spelljamming ships that get lost or are caught adrift or anything related to that side of exploration.
So
This is
clerics in service for cause rather than a deity. Cool.
And so Captain Carver will kind of say he thinks this is a much older version of the same type of activity, but they have gone to much darker places than we have ever been. And then he shows you some of the bits that they found.
Do these bits look familiar?
Roll me an investigation check.
No. Vaxis is just going to sip his protein shake.
29.
25.
I was very proud with 16.
So what's on display is like historical curios that might be of interest to a museum, but doesn't really, to your keen eyes, doesn't really shout at anything particularly exciting. There's a few pieces of broken pottery of star motifs. There is a scroll case. However, with those rolls, grumble, 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 you spot two additional things covered by cloth. One large item about the size of a barrel, and a few items on the table of treasures that they have set up here.
I'll pull out a little telescopic probe and sort of gesture over to the ones covered by the cloths.
And Rune is basically over there and taking the cloths off.
Which one takes your fancy first?
The larger one. Bigger objects are always more interesting.
Hey,
Okay,
hey now.
underneath, it is an item that is of mystery to these people, but to your eyes, it is absolutely a coronator probe.
Where did you find this?
What does this one say?
It is broken and shattered and in pieces, but it is no mistaking what it is.
Does it have a number on it?
It does. 3.
This is old then.
This has been here a long time.
It could be that the temples were part of the Chronofer project, like built.
Possible.
Feel free to roll me a perception check. I don't know why I'm asking, but I'll make you roll anyway.
Ooh, that's bad. 14.
Hey.
13?
28.
This one, whilst broken, appears to be very similar to the one on the Beholder ship. It is corrupted.
So it's had one of those big shards that made me super.
The shard is no longer there, but it is definitely have the warping of the metal.
It's got the corrosion as well as the damage.
Yeah.
Have we been able to find a number on it?
Yeah, 3.
3. Wow.
The purposes of the probes were only displayed in their relevant station, weren't they? Rather than have we seen the number 3 on the board in the place we came from? No, didn't think so.
No, there are 38, I believe, is the lowest number you've ever seen. As you take the cloth off, it kind of collapses into pieces, and inside you find a small canvas bag.
What is inside the canvas bag?
There's nothing in the bag. In fact, there is a small hole at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
It is roughly 2 feet in diameter at the mouth and 4 feet deep.
Would it once have been a bag of holding?
Might have been.
I'll just tap my infusion one and just well, that could have been handy.
That
And was that the small object, or have we not?
No, that was so the big object was a chronophone probe with inside of the probe itself.
As it collapses in with a clanging of metal, I will just, without missing a beat, would you mind if we had a look at the 2 out of the cloths?
Try not to break it. These are of scientific interest.
I will pull out gloves and get like tweezers and stuff and lift the cloth off the smaller object.
you don't know the fucking half of what you just said.
You are going into this with your eyes wide open, so I will give you a choice. Would you like something to help you on your way, or something law related?
Is that a question to the group or to me?
To whoever is
Law
on your
related.
company.
Law
Law
related.
related. Okay.
What a strange question.
So you see two things. Number one, you see a ceramic tile about that side, yay big. Wait for Brad to see it as well. There you go.
Yeah.
It is completely blank. Has a small crack in it, but otherwise looks pristine. No markings on it at all. And you also see a metallic device with black metal on one side and white metal on the other side.
These markings, they say Samsung. I wonder who this Samuel could have been and what secrets he held.
No, sir. They say Zomil.
Real systems. Cool. Could I make it like a tech check? Well, tech's a maggot. Could I make an investigation check or something to see if there's any tinkering I can do with this thing?
On the ceramic tile, right?
Well, either, to be honest, but more the smartphone.
You'll need Arcana rolls for these.
I am only too happy to attempt one.
You may all roll. For honest. I'm going to quickly pop to the loop.
That's going to be a 33, Rich.
I'm not going to bother rolling.
I can't even get close to that. So.
I got another 19 on the dice to 26.
I built this character to pick up as many intelligence expertises as I possibly could as quickly as I could. And the amount of expertises this character will have by level 8 is truly terrifying. This die has a little anchor on the 20.
Ooh.
It was from the Longest John's album launch. It was a promotional one.
They just recently had a big thing for the Ogscast and the Diggy Diggy Hole stuff. It was really cool.
Oh, okay, fine.
Oh, no.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Which one do we want to know more at first?
I think the ceramic tile, actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, feels more mysterious. Can I turn to the guy? Have you seen any of, like, as you're expeditionary people, have you seen any of this stuff before? Like, have you run into technology like this before at any time?
He laughs when you say that. I'm surprised you don't recognise the tile. And from your rolls, you all know that this is a waystone. So a waystone is the spell jamming between star systems, as a teleportation circle is the teleportation. Whilst not required in any case, it certainly helps guarantee where you'll end up, something that becomes even more important when dealing with the infinite web of the astral sea. Much like a teleportation circle, waystones are often a closely guarded secret, allowing the owner of a beneficial trade route either by time or location to benefit. As such, they are quite an expensive magical item, often requiring a specialist spellcaster to accompany a ship to their intended destination and then generate the magical object on site. They require a prepared non-magical slab and other materials to make, but once inscribed, they are permanent. And as you're looking at this, more importantly, they are never blank. The creation of a waystone is several thousand gold pieces, but a blank one that hasn't been inscribed, could be priceless. You've never seen this before, but you're familiar with the technology and the magic behind it.
This is weird. Well,
Yeah.
what about the other thing? And she points to the big fucking probe. That thing, I've seen that thing before.
Oh,
What?
we this other one we think it's something to do with controlling the weather, but we're not sure.
No. It
Eh,
might have
Possibly,
done.
This one
actually.
might have been, yeah.
Not
Maybe.
directly.
Not that. No.
Maybe it was supposed
yeah.
to be directly affecting the weather.
it says something about the cloud, and we don't know how it works or how to interact with it, but we don't know.
The cloud, does it?
Yeah, we'll give you that one. That was good.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
It's a golf clap.
Wow.
It's a golf clap.
Do any of you interact with what is to the players very clearly a mobile phone?
Yeah. Can I let that 33 ride or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's going to be you, Ido. Okay.
I'll be poking around it if I can.
So as you pick it up in your hand, it activates. It starts to boot up, and you will see in the center of the screen where you'd see the Android logo or the Apple logo. You see the Mystaria Research Laboratory.
Mystaria Research Laboratory.
Yep, fades out, and you get to a desktop, and there are two icons available. One that says Inbox, and one that says Devices. And then suddenly pops up saying unable to connect to cloud.
Right. I shall engage the ancient ritual of my people when trying to connect a spell. Not my joke.
No effect.
Can we dismiss that?
What, if I click on inbox, what does it say?
You'll see once again pops up unable to connect to cloud. However, there is one item in the draft.
Yeah, is there anything that has been
In the
saved locally?
drafts. Ooh.
There is. Do you want me to send it to the group, or shall I send it to Joe to read to the group?
Yeah, go for it.
While it's being sent, I'm sharing a theory.
We'll share it with the group once you've read it out. Sorry.
The robots were attempting to interface with spell jamming technology. Could it be that they were attempting to create their own waystone?
Possible. Would they have a need of such a thing?
Maybe if they knew how to create one in the first place, maybe they could use it to get further than they did before.
Or faster.
Like sending the information backwards.
Yeah, I'll. Do you want me to read this? Read this out?
Sure.
Yeah. Dear team, I hope this message finds you well despite the challenging circumstances we currently face. I'm writing to share some disheartening news regarding the recent developments in Project Coronavirus and its implications for our broader initiatives. Despite our concerted efforts in the deployment of multiple satellites orbiting Talam, it is with great dismay I must report the failure of our first real test of the system. The project has fallen short of our expectations as the etheric barrier remains impenetrable, contrary to our initial modelling and projections, leaving us with more questions than answers. In light of the setback, it is my unfortunate duty to announce the delay in the commencement of Project Futurus. The hurdles encountered by Project Coronavirus have highlighted the critical need for a re-evaluation of our approach. Simply put, our current arsenal of satellites are insufficient to breach the etheric barrier. I strongly believe that in order to achieve the ambitious goals we've set for the project, we must divert our resources towards launching additional probes beyond our solar system. Only by extending our reach into the cosmic unknown can we hope to gather the data necessary to unravel the secrets beyond. Compounding our challenges, I regret to inform you that control of Project Coronavirus has been seized by the Talam Security Council. This turn of events has left me frustrated, as the project's fate now rests in the hands of those who may not fully comprehend the intricacies of our research. Despite their requests, I adamantly refuse to remove the original project algorithm from the probes they have commandeered. This decision was made to ensure that Mystaria Research Group's groundbreaking work remains intact and continues to be at the forefront of scientific discovery, even in the face of bureaucratic challenges. I understand the gravity of these developments and the impact they have on our collective efforts. Let us rally together, leveraging our expertise and resilience to overcome these obstacles. I am confident that with our dedication, Mystaria Research Group will emerge stronger, pushing the boundaries of knowledge and unlooking the mysteries that await us among the stars. Thank you for your unwavering commitment to our cause. Best regards, Dr. Elise Patel, Lead Researcher, Mystaria Research Group. P.S. Lots of love, hugs and kisses, etc.
I don't think it says that last bit.
No, it doesn't say that last bit. That was just yes. Well, so we've heard of Project Coronavirus from the pros. Even I have not heard of Project Futurus, so
that's just scratching Joe's lizard brain a little bit.
I'll remind you, I was looking at insect images a month ago. Nothing
Mm.
killed.
Hmm.
What is a Forturus or whatever it was, Joe, off the top of your head?
Futurus is presumably a species name that I do not know of.
Oh.
Whoa.
Like, that shouldn't be that surprising. There's a lot of species, guys.
I mean, yes, there are, but
Yeah,
you know,
but-
this is like your niche. So I mean,
It
So
is
I think
like-
it still gets Richard golf clap.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Thank you. To save you a Google, it is a firefly.
Oh.
That makes sense, actually, yeah. Yes. It's definitely involved with some of the same technology we've seen in the other base, chaps.
that's what I'm worried about.
What was the other icon on the on that second screen, whatever screen it was?
Well, this appears to be
Devices.
this appears to be a message thing. This other one refers to other items, devices that Luke could connect to. But
Are
upon
there any
pressing
other
it,
devices that it's
Not-
connecting to?
not here.
Did you press it?
Yeah. I thought that was it was coming up with no connection.
Nope. It goes, smartwatch detected. Do you want to sync?
Yes.
Our dinghies, yes.
And then you will find that your little chronographer bracelets will vibrate, and you can see Dr. Elise Patel user credentials uploaded. Profile uploading. Upload complete.
See, I had to go fancy and give you a row access crystal. You just gave us a fucking Fitbit. Oh, I love it. Where were these discovered precisely? In the ground or within that stone structure over there?
Within the Starlight Temple.
The Starlight Temple is the name of the place.
That's what we've called it. We don't know what it's colloquially called.
Daria Research Labs, I shouldn't wonder. Or
Well,
at least an
maybe
offshoot.
we'll find another. Wait, if this is this is a person,
Yes. This is
not a
probably the
machine.
Machine.
Well, a person owned
create-
this device, most assuredly. I mean, look, it's reactive to sort of electrical charge in the limbs. I mean, it wouldn't do for a machine.
I mean, kind of
Yeah,
interesting to see.
that's all we found.
Any other
now that-
dangers we should be aware of? Should we to investigate this Starlight Temple further?
No, we didn't go very far in. A lot of these events coincided with our first foray into the temple, and we've kind of been just trying to survive ever since. As I said, our wildlife, our livestock grew more aggressive, as did others in the area. So we've kind of been hunkered down here until you
Is there
guys arrived.
native flora and fauna? Well, flora,
Mhm.
obviously, but is there native fauna?
There's creatures all over the place.
Anything to be worried about?
Not when we got here, although as you can see, he gestures towards like the claws on the sheep. It's like, who knows what will be dangerous now.
Well,
How
something of a
did
wolf in sheep's clothing.
how did you actually get here? Like
We traveled by ship. We were supposed to be a self-sustaining
self-sustaining?
Self-sustaining colony?
colony. We dropped off. They hung around for a couple of weeks and then took off once we started farming and
And it was intended for this world to be settled rather than simply.
well, this area. Well, until we uncovered the mysteries of this particular place and set out further expeditions from here as a base camp to.
This
what
was to be a
else?
staging point rather than
Yes,
a
exactly.
settlement in its own right.
Yeah, and as you can see from the camp yourselves, you'll see mainly tents, and then one cabin here. So it isn't like they're not set up for permanent
Residence.
station here, but they were starting to form at least one permanent building outpost here.
But you've got no way to get off the planet.
We didn't think we got here harmless creatures, indigenous, wildlife, rabbits. Well, equivalent. I'm not a ornithologist here, but
So rabbit
they
issues.
seem rabbit foxes, sheep, and other creatures. Nothing hostile is the important point. And for the few weeks that our ship remained, it was like that, and then they took off back to the bridge. It wasn't until we actually decided to excavate in earnest did we run into trouble.
At that point, all the leaf eaters started acting like they'd never seen her before. Ah, damn, sorry. That I know I'm quite big and physically imposing, so I'm trying to make jokes and puns in order to put people at ease, and that one just was not good, and I'm very sorry.
Actually, I don't mean to be that guy, but I did make, honestly, what was actually a cracking joke about a wolf in sheep's clothing earlier, and no one even said anything, and honestly, I'm a little hurt.
I was too busy trying to think of how to crowbar in her before.
Yeah. Yes.
My apologies.
I rolled my eyes out of character.
My little orderly in its little lab coat pops up over one shoulder and just goes.
Well, if this is a place that contain, where did you find these things? Inside of the temple? Yes.
Yes.
So you
Just
want
lying
us to
around?
go inside?
We suspect that whatever is causing this originated there. It can't be a coincidence that it happened after we breached.
Well, no.
So
You
the
guys up
question
for
is-
a good old-fashioned dungeon delve?
Hell to the yes, brother.
Yes, may as well.
Very well.
More of these things. This is 3, so they might tell us something about their earlier attempts. Perhaps maybe ways of stopping them from doing other horrible shit.
We must be prepared there may be more of those shards and similar infected machinery inside, judging by the look of that probe. Best fighting trousers on, chaps.
Yeah, don't worry. My top's the only stuff that comes off.
I'm jolly good.
You're gonna go, are you?
Well,
Why do you look at us like we're crazy?
The initial symptoms of this. I'm gonna call it a disease. I don't know what the fuck this is. It's paranoia. We started to distrust each other.
you think that you may be developing in a similar way to...
One of our member left, and we don't know where they went.
and this person's name, profession, genders...
And how long ago did they leave?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Only a couple of days. Just after we sent the message.
And did they leave acrimoniously or suddenly in the middle of the night, etc.?
Middle of the night.
Would you be averse to me performing a medical screening upon yourself, sir?
Go for it.
Turn your head and cough.
30. That expertise in medicine is actually like paying dividends in this camp. But I took that expertise for a bit.
Yeah.
All hail the bit.
There doesn't appear to be
Hail.
anything medically wrong with him. He might not have been exposed for very long. They've been purifying their food, so it could just be that.
Is there anything that the other person was doing differently? Did they have a different role in the camp? Did they live in a certain place? Did they have their own tent somewhere that?
I don't think so.
Rune almost shouts, "Take his blood! You did that before. Do that."
Oh, I've already taken his blood. I mean,
Oh.
You know,
this is for science. This one, I just wanted to have some. I don't say that. I don't say that.
Please don't aggravate the paranoid.
You really think that I would be the person you didn't have to tell that, wouldn't you?
you're very good. You're very good at role playing.
See, the way I see it, we have 2 potential paths of investigation. We can either dive deeper into the temple, or we can try to find out where half the livestock and this missing person has gone. My thinking behind that is, what if they're being drawn somewhere? And if they're being drawn somewhere, that's actually the thing that's...
Which
Which way did the tracks lead, where you lost
So they
track
went-
of
they
where
went
they'd
east.
gone?
they went east. Which way is the temple?
East.
Ah,
So they correlate.
All paths point east, I'm afraid.
okay, well,
good.
they're being drawn to the temple.
Am I able to, using whatever supplies we brought, prepare some kind of tranquilizer?
Roll me a medicine check.
Ooh, that's only a 24.
No, not on that terrible roll. You
Okay,
don't know.
what about if we used a charge from the medical kit?
I was gonna say, if you want to use a charge from the got to do so, then you may do so.
I mean,
So
that or
cruel.
we've got a lot of cooking wine. That will also do it.
Yeah, we're going to dissolve this laudanum in this cooking sherry. I'll make a fucking tranquilizer.
It didn't actually knock me out that quickly.
No, but you're superhuman, so.
I had to go through the entire kitchen.
on the Itchen K. Axis Bay.
Well, I guess we're heading to the temple then.
Let's do this.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
As we're leaving, and when like just out of earshot of the camp followers, I just go. I was trying so hard not to suggest a regiment of jumping jacks to aid them. I don't think that would have really gone down well, but just cardio.
I don't think any amount of cardio was going to help them.
That's why I forced myself
as
not
a medical
to say
professional, I can confirm that when people do come to me with mental health conditions, I do recommend they just exercise more. That's a thing we do as doctors, quite a lot.
Does it ever help?
I never checked.
Oh,
Oh, that's too sad now.
Yeah.
Joe, you're getting reality in our fantasy. Stop it.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
How far east is the? Are we going to be leaving the ship here and walking, or are we going to be taking the ship?
Yes. No, you're gonna be.
Do we have some like the equivalent of keys we can take with us so that they won't be able to nick the ship when they get paranoid and need to leave?
No, it is a thing you attune to.
Yeah.
We'll have an hour at the very least,
mean-
and we'll hear it.
Worst case scenario is we request to rescue ourselves.
Yeah.
True. That would be really bad on our first mission. We said, "Well, guys, we lost the ship, and can we get a pickup, please?" I don't think we'll get another mission, if I'm honest, at that point.
You know,
Let's get Venus to come pick you up.
there's that not a god who keeps saying she wants to do us favors.
No, no, please no.
I honestly, I
Gives
think
me
I
the-
would, I think I would rather have the god come pick us up than ask Vina.
Wow.
I want that.
Did your night at the bar not go well then? I distinctly remember at the very end you trudged off to go get a drink.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
never asked. How did your night at the bar
I never
go,
asked
Vina?
Rich how she would have responded to that. If you're happy to give me free reign,
Let's roll.
Oh,
I cast guidance.
I cast Bane.
Okay, so we're flat. Cool.
I'm just going to say that cancels out. So yeah.
Kidding, I don't have Bane.
Okay, cool. I have guidance then. What is this? What performance? Persuasion?
Persuasion.
You
Or
make a
deception,
case,
depending on your perspective of.
What sort of?
I need athletics.
Yeah, persuasion strength as you flex so
Yeah.
hard your shirt falls off.
Well, that's a 4 on the guidance,
Okay.
13 on the dice to make that a nice 17 plus. Well, I'm not proficient in anything, so if it's a charisma-based one, it'll be +1 to be 18. If you allow me to flex it, then it'll be 22.
You are more than successful at wooing her, overcoming whatever doubts she had about your character from the last encounter. So feel free to narrate it as you wish.
Okay, well, I would not like to destroy the image I've created for myself.
What image is that?
Competent.
Most of us. I mean that ship has sailed a few times, so I don't see where we're going here.
More competent than her.
I'm confused. I don't know what this means. You're bearing the lead here. Like, what?
We engaged in some fun wrestling.
Oh, that it's not the contest. You can't win at that, as far as I'm aware.
Everyone was a winner that night.
I see. Well, so you wanted me to think you were incompetent then?
Look, I don't want to get rescued by her because then
Oh,
I'll never
I
live it down.
Right. Okay. You don't want to get rescued by your booty call. Right. I understand that. That
I
makes
know he's
sense.
here taking full like anthropology notes.
Unless you think it's a more like longer term relationship kind of thing, but I didn't feel like that was the
Nah.
vibe we were going with.
Nah, just a bit of fun.
Okay. It's a bit of fun, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Keeping it
it's
casual.
fine. I mean, half of my family kept it casual forever, so I don't see why anyone else could be different. But okay, we won't get rescued by Vina then. I don't
Thank you.
want to get rescued by the god either. So third option, here we go.
Third option, the ship doesn't get stolen and we are completely successful at this dungeon delving.
Sounds like a good plan. Let's do that. So let's go.
Fantastic. As you leave the outpost, you naturally come upon a trail worn into the mud and grass that follows alongside a small stream. Passing through several pockets of trees that serve as boundaries to these fields, it also obscures the visibility of the campsite. You trek through fields of tall grass and wheat, and after about an hour come to a clearing. There is a natural boundary from the tree line here to a patch of thick, tall wheat, higher than any of you. Looking up, the hills of the valley seem to be closing in around you as it narrows, and you approach what you believe to be is the location of the temple. As you approach, the sky grows darker and rain starts to fall. By the time you arrive, it is raining, ever so lightly. Feel free to roll me a perception or survival, or both.
I'll do perception. Ooh, I can put my coin properly and figure out where the number is. 19 on perception.
17 on survival.
27 on survival.
Fucking hell.
Never mind.
16 on perception, dirty 20
That's-
on survival.
You're cheating, Joe, because that's not a knowledge. That's not an intelligence-based skill.
It's wisdom, yeah. Well, unfortunately, my wisdom is still 18. It's
Number
the
one.
Guidance is doing fucking work today as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Number one, can you see the map?
We
Yes.
can see
And you
part
all
of
have
it,
tokens.
yes.
But you all have tokens on there that have
Yes.
visibility.
Yep.
Lovely. So to all of you who rolled above a 12, which I believe is all of you, you can see peeking above. I couldn't quite get it just right, but you see something
Ooh.
approximating this. Although the wheat field is much taller, so
Hmm.
you can kind of see the top half of the structure.
Right. So we're at like a clearing, and then there's a wheat field in front of us, and then there's the temple.
Mhm.
So I look into this wheat field.
So that's your perception, and then with your survival roll, you can see in the mud heading into the field footprints.
Yeah, there's lots of footprints here.
Is that both humanoid and animal?
It is humanoid.
Ah.
Anyone else feel like we're going to get attacked in the wheat field?
Oh, yeah.
Me.
Well,
Why would I create
Whack
this?
crossbow.
I'm confident that we can resolve this peacefully. Stand by with the tranquilizer.
Peacefully is
Okay.
I want to go quiet and stealthy through this wheat field. If you let me go first, I can try and sneak my way through and see if I can scout any like booby hidden trap things, and then I'll report back quickly. Sounds good?
I can come with. I'm quite good at hiding.
Well,
Okay.
shall I stick around with Vaxis here and then watch his back?
So we'll split into two groups, me and Jackson. Okay.
Buddy
That sounds
system.
right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, so I will go stealth.
Ditto.
Just for hell of it, I'm also going to roll stealth just to try and be quiet.
That is 26.
Oh, you've just beat me. I'm at 25, but at least I'm not letting the side down.
17.
Just listen. I can't keep up with those two.
To be fair, it's yeah.
Well,
To be fair, it's
don't
your
have
stat. Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I don't have feet to make noise. Is it? Oh,
That's true. He has no feet, but he must walk.
But he must scream.
He must walk. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, spook zone.
yeah.
Oh, there is a Star Trek Lower Decks episode called "I Have No Bones and I Must Scream" or something like that, and
God.
it has one of my favourite creatures ever in it now.
Does that sound really familiar? But I can't think of why.
Oh no, I have no bone. Yeah, I have no bones, yet I must flee. It's I think referencing
Stop.
I have no mouth, but I must scream.
Yeah.
Can Jex make a perception check, please?
Natural 20.
Oh!
Ooh.
You hear a rustling in the wheat nearby.
I will signal to. Nearly called you Vaxis then.
You see a little red thread just wrap around. Probably like just like kind of like integrate into your gel, and then we can communicate telepathically.
I heard something. Is it in front of us? Like.
So I'm gonna grab your token for a second.
Okay. Yeah. Sure thing. Oh.
It's a puppy.
With your stealth, you have spotted it. It has not spotted you. It is
Now.
appears to be a small fox.
Does it look like it's been warped into a more aggressive form?
Oh yes. Its fur is half white, half black, and its claws are sharper than what you would. I should have got you to draw a nature check, but it looks pretty vicious to me.
Does it look like it's been corrupted by ethereal radiation with the two different colours?
You look
Or-
like something has corrupted it. You did not roll high enough back at camp, but I will tell you that it looks corrupted in a similar fashion.
Okay. I will work on that theory. I appreciate I might be wrong.
Mhm.
So, we've got a corrupted fox wolf thing behind us.
I think Ido can hear us, so we can tell them
I
what it is,
probably
and maybe
can't.
they can.
I think. I need to be able to see you. I believe.
Oh, okay.
Let me check because that might be important.
Might be.
Well, haven't we got communicator watches?
That's the other game.
That's the other game.
No, didn't it sync?
Oh, that was.
The smartwatch. That was just access permissions.
I
Yeah.
can do willing creatures within 120 feet. I need to know you're there. Are you more than 120 feet away where you are?
No.
Oh, then I can still hear you. Yeah.
So we'll go. So I like reach out and just go. Ido, there's a fox, kind of where we entered, slightly to the north of us.
Oh
If
yes.
you come down a little bit, when you come in, it looks like corrupted. Like it's not like it's an ambush predator because it's a fox, but it's not
Like the crow corrupted, or corrupted in much the same way as the other animals.
like the animals, kind of. It looks like aggressive, but then the probe might be aggressive as well. So
Righto. Well, let us know if anything changes. I'll broadcast this to Vaxis as well.
We'll push on just to see what's further up ahead, because if we have to attack, it's going to be noisy.
Got you.
Um,
Are we okay to advance at all without arousing any suspicion?
well, there's
depends how
one
quiet you
fox.
can be, but
Yes.
yes.
So I'll move. Should we say 15 feet south and then see where we are?
Yes,
see them,
that
so we're
that
like-
will bring you probably on par with it.
And sorry, are we at like a rock wall or something that we are? What's stopping vision there?
Cornfield.
It's the wheat fields.
So we can move through it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the tall, higher than you wheat field.
If I
Is it your?
if I use my chair to hover 30 feet in the air, can I see where they are physically? just by disturbance of the grain?
Roll me a perception check. Roll me a perception check at disadvantage.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can I get my
Orderly.
my orderly to give me the help action?
Sure.
Cool. In that case, I will let the 19 on the die ride for 25.
And roll me one more with advantage.
The advantage. Noted. That is 8 and a 6, 14. Can I guidance myself?
Sure.
15.
So you see at least you see 3 depressions in the wheat field where something quite small has parted it a little bit.
And that is aside from where Rune and Vaxis are.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you also see 2 larger, more obvious depressions where
Chaps, just to make you aware, I think there may be 2 other similar-sized creatures out there.
And then with the one that you rolled advantage on, much further ahead, much closer to the temple, you see a much larger depression in the.
And there's something bigger.
I see.
Based on our position, or where you think our position is, are we right in front of it? If we keep going east, are we going to hit right into it?
Can I spot for them?
Yeah, help them navigate.
Sure.
Yeah, if I sort of communicate the data, I don't know how I.
So can you see pings on the map?
Yes, I think so. If you ping now, yeah.
So that is Jex.
Yeah.
That is Rune.
Yeah.
See that one? Yeah.
Yeah. Those
That
have just
is-
become visible to me. I've got a column with Jex and Rune in it.
Oh, so you accidentally
Interesting.
click on them.
Maybe that might be it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be it. Yeah. Apologies. Yeah. So you've got that.
There is a much larger depression here,
Can everyone else see that ping?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be communicating it to them then. Yeah.
and then a smaller one here, here, and here.
I will. Yeah. Point those out.
Okay.
So what
I
you're
gotta-
saying is go south from us, and then we should be able to avoid most of it.
Maybe.
Well, if you go too far south, you'll hit the big one.
Isn't the big
Yeah,
one?
but we want to get
Yeah.
eyes on what the big one
Do
is.
you want them again?
Yeah.
Because there's one like
So
was
checks.
Yeah.
Rune. One small, one small, one small, one big.
Yeah, the big one's there. So we need to go really
Oh, if you go
far south.
all the way south.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Not silly.
yeah, let's push on to. I'm gonna head down and across.
So I'm gonna go this way.
Do I? Is it another fox that I can see?
You haven't got close enough to roll the perception check on it yet. So you've only seen one fox, and it was the first one that you came across, which
Okay.
is
I'm gonna.
I sense that this might be about to go shit side up, and therefore I turn to my good, enormous buddy here and cast Expeditious Retreat.
Am I close?
I
enough
take a
to
sprinter's stance.
Am I okay to roll the perception check now?
yes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go pee. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
It's not a natural 20. You'll be relieved to hear. 15 on the perception check.
It is enough. You spot one here.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Ooh. Right.
Is that another
Don't move
fox?
yet. Don't move yet, Rune. I just want to check something. Okay, yeah.
Was it another fox that I spotted?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
You can once again roll me a perception check.
Ooh, I will.
Beat a 10.
Do I have to beat a 10?
You do have to beat a 10.
Can I guidance myself?
Oh.
In that
19.
case, I beat a 10.
There is a rather large creature in the wheat ahead of you.
Can I see?
Rune, make me a perception check.
Okay.
Can I see what it is?
It looks. You've rolled 11. You only just beat it, so you can make out something. Given that you only just beat it on an 11, I'm not gonna.
Is it bigger than a human?
I got a 7.
Yes.
I'm trying to work out. Is it like fox, human, bear? on that kind of scale. So,
Bear.
It's human bear.
gotcha.
Ah,
Okay.
but human bear or bear bear?
That's true.
Neither.
How about mountain bear?
Dragon bear.
Oh.
So I got a 7 on my perception check, so I see nothing.
Uh,
I'm gonna go this way though. The big fucking ass.
I'm gonna move you up one rune and then show you the minefield that you ran into.
Oh shit. So like run right into this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rune's reaction is just to stab it as hard as she can, as fast as she can.
Can you all roll me initiative, please?
Sure.
I don't
muted,
like
Joe.
proximity.
I assume everything is fine because literally the first word I heard was, "Could you please roll initiative?"
I've never been happier to roll so high. 25 on initiative.
That will be 19 on initiative.
Given my proximity, can I now see what this thing is?
The big creature, absolutely you can.
Because I've almost stumbled into it.
Can I? Let me see if I can trigger.
Should we be rolling as well?
Yes, everyone roll initiative for me, please.
I've rolled a 10.
8 plus 3, 11.
Such initiative modifier. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Let me do that. That. And that. So, Vaxis, what was your initiative?
10.
10.
10.
Rune.
19.
Ido.
11.
And Jex.
25.
Ooh!
Honestly, I'm super pleased the people who are where they are have rolled high.
Why?
Cool. So, you asked what you could see.
Mm-hmm.
You can see. Where is it? No. That.
I can only see like a sliver because I think I'm seeing through someone else's token.
I've just clicked on my own token again, so all I can see is what my token can see in order to hide
Right,
it all
okay,
again.
so if I keep that selected, it will only blank out what I can
Made
see.
that look so cute.
I know what book this is from.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Everything in that book is both adorable and fucking dangerous.
It looks like a sheep, but it has obviously been its predator characteristics has been highly evolved. It's elongated, and it hovers slightly above the ground in the wheat.
There's hover sheep?
Yeah,
The sheep dragon.
It's from what's the name of that thing? What's it called? It's the Ghibli.
It is the Studio Ghibli 5e campaign.
Yeah.
There's a Kickstart for it.
Holy shit, that's cool.
Yeah, it has
10
some
out of
really
10,
nice-
Rich. Great choice.
Really nice.
Now it's
really
gonna
nice
kill
art in
us.
that book.
Jex, you're up first.
Has the sheep dragon seen me?
Nope.
Cool.
You all rolled very well on your stuff.
I will.
In this moment, all you can see is that Rune has effectively stepped on a fox.
Yes. I will send to Ido. Is it a triangle communication? Can I reach out to your mutation?
Yeah, you can speak to... I can designate any number of creatures who are people I'm telepathically communicating with. As long as you don't move more than 120 feet away, the link stays there.
I will send you the message. We stood on a fox. It's go time.
Actually, having said that, let me double check.
This entire map is only 100 feet wide, so
it was more what I was checking was I can transmit my thoughts mentally. I don't think you can speak back to me with it.
Oh.
I think this is my version of speech. Like per the like the actual text of the racial feature. I think it might be that that's how I speak, but I still hear via the traditional method. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
I will take
Just throw down some green smoke.
I
what
will
if Rich
take
would allow me to say... Rich is currently AFK.
Okay.
I'm just wondering if Rich would allow me to say that the fact that I was in a sprinter's stance
I give you a ready movement.
give me readied action to take the sprint
It
action.
is worth an ask.
Yeah. But I'm going to go fix a drink while waiting.
What if the drink isn't broken, Ryan? I do come up with a lot of wank, don't I?
Yeah, I quite like that one though.
that's a good one. As ones go, that was not bad.
Cool.
To prepare you, obviously I'll wait for Ryan to get back, but to prepare you, I'm going to stand alongside. Brad, I've entirely forgotten your name. Like, my brain is... Rune, thank you. I do
Rune.
apologise. It just...
It's so similar to a certain other character we might come across.
Yeah. That might help me remember. And I'm going to perform as quietly as I possibly can. However, there is a verbal component, so and it will be I'll be casting sleep at second level. Anything just in front of us. So right, so hold on. How many an additional so sleep is normally 5d8, so at second level it's 7d8. This might be overkill, but I need it to be asleep in one go. That's 9, another 9, 16,
Pop that up there. There we go.
19, which is
At what point of the map do you cast it?
so. Is it 20 foot by 20 foot, or is it just 20 foot total? Because I want...
It's 20-foot radius, isn't it?
Yeah, it's over radius.
Yep.
Humongous.
Oh god.
That's such a big amount of this map.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's gonna be there, because otherwise it's gonna hit us.
You can draw it, I think. 20-foot radius.
Just the center point is fine.
So yeah, it'll be
Okay. It promptly falls asleep.
cool.
I'm assuming there is some form of save here, right? Or is it literally just
Their
There's
HP
no-
is basically the
There's no
same.
save
Yeah.
against it.
So it falls asleep.
Cool.
Nice.
Lovely. Cool.
It looks so peaceful when it's sleeping. It's very cute. I might take it.
Just for shits and giggles, roll me a stealth check at disadvantage to see how loud you were when you cast it.
Yeah, sure thing.
It's a full Gandalf. Sleep now!
Because on one of them, one of the dice was a natural 20, and the other one was not. That is a 13 on the stealth. So it's as quiet as I can be, but I'm still like leaping between the musical bottles that I've got going on.
Mhm.
Like it's a lullaby effectively that's now playing out in this forest.
Oh gosh.
Cool.
Cool.
That's me done.
Hey, Rune.
So this thing in front of me is asleep.
Mhm.
Has the giant sheep monster made any movements?
Yes. Yeah. With a 15 perception, it is slowly uncoiling.
I've never seen a sheep uncoil. I think we should fucking run though.
If we had a quote book.
I don't
Tell
think
what,
you
seeing
should.
a sheep uncoil makes for a hell of a yarn.
Oh. So I will. This one's magically asleep, so I will bonus action stealth, natural 20, so that's 28.
Nice.
1, 2, 3. Oh, I came out next to a rock.
You
is
and you
the
run
man?
up to the edge of the temple. A long stone wall is in front of you.
And who is the man around the corner?
Oh, apologies. That's my test character. That's me. It's labeled Rich.
Oh no!
Ah, I see.
Do not look at the man behind the curtain.
DM.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Holding a book of some description. He glances up at you. Book snaps shut and he disappears.
It's just all wizards.
I wish I could give you inspiration for that.
Can I? Okay, so if. Right, so I can get to the thing, but you guys are all on the other side. Can I want to. So stay here, and I've used my bonus action, so I can't do that. So I'm going to ready an action to throw a knife at the sheep if it goes to attack Jax.
What was your stealth?
28.
That's it. Ido.
I think I am going to. I don't know anything has happened. Really.
You're still up top, so you might see that the reeds
I-
start moving.
I mean, do you hear my lullaby?
I was about to say, have I heard spellcasting go off?
Roll me a perception check.
I'd love to.
He did try to do it quietly.
Ooh, that is.
Got to beat the
Beat a
stealth roll.
13, I think it was.
Yeah.
That's 13 on the nose.
Meets it. Yeah,
Okay.
you heard it. And you can also see the wheat start to rustle in that area as well.
Okay. I think, yeah, I am gonna, as I have flown up sort of 30 feet above, I am gonna go 30 feet over the top, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Where's my measuring tool over here? So no, that's Lido.
Yeah, Rich, I was going to try and bargain for the fact that I said I was in a sprinter's position.
You
However,
are allowed,
I have just rolled a 1 on my perception, a natural 1 on the perception. So I'm going to say that I don't notice that I need to do anything yet.
But you see Ido is before you. So you
Get
see him
going,
taking
big
off
boy.
across the wheat field.
Okay.
Right, let's go.
In that case, I'm going to use my action to move.
Roll me a stealth check. Oh, are you stealthily? Or are you just running full pace into the wheat?
Joe, are you
Yes.
still playing Rise of the Valkyries when you fly?
That is optional. It doesn't happen. So specifically, that happens when I pull my flight goggles down.
Okay.
I can go on quiet mode.
Odd specificity.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, I will try and do it slowly and carefully.
Roll me a stealth check.
Oh boy, I'm so good at stealth.
As I get to where I am, considering I'm 30 feet above the wheat, can I see the uncoiling sheep dragon?
Yeah.
I am going to ready an attack, but not attack, I think.
Got 9 on stealth.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll ready an attack and end my turn there.
Well, that is the dash
What do you
action
say?
there. Oh, I will just double check that. Yes, that was my ready dash action.
So yeah, that's the end of the time.
Okay. And what was your prepared action, Ido? And what was your prepared action?
I didn't have a prepared action. That was just my turn.
If the sheep goes to attack Jax, I will throw a knife at the sheep.
Cool.
Oh, I'm a terrible person.
So, you see Ido. The bush starts to rustle and rush towards you. Obviously, you are floating above it, so it rushes
It's like fully ages in the air.
underneath you and pulls up alongside Ido, where it will attack you.
Oh no.
That's the dragon, yeah?
No, the little fox creature. That guy.
Hang on, is it flying as well?
No, the fox is not flying. The
Okay.
fox is running through the wheat field.
Can it get me if I'm 30 feet in the air?
No, it rushes underneath you and
Yeah.
heads towards Vaxis.
It's attacking Vaxis, not me.
Yes.
God,
Right,
sorry.
you made it sound
yeah.
like it was attacking Ido.
Apologies. But you do see it, the Russell coming towards you, and as it comes right underneath, you can see the fox.
Although, looking at the
past.
initiative order, is it not my turn?
You ran into the.
No, that was my prepared
the readied
action.
action.
That was my readied action. I still got my actual turn.
Oh, apologies. I thought that was your.
No, because I've also
Oh.
got my because I've got Expeditious Retreat cast on me. Now that's my turn. I can go 5,
Bonus action.
20,
Yeah.
25,
Apologies.
30, and then 5. The sheep thing is uncoiling, right?
Mhm.
Yep. Time to give it the old night knock.
That is a technical term.
It is. I've never heard of this technique.
It's where I punch it so hard in the head that it goes to sleep.
Well, combat's happening. I roll my attack. Natural 20.
Holy shit.
As I am very sorry about this, everybody. I know we were trying to be stealthy.
Oh no! This
Baxis
is happening
fully
now.
thinks that you've all been rumbled.
6.
I mean,
I rolled a 1 on perception.
not complete. I just watch you like go for the sky. I'm like, oh well, we're there now.
13 points of damage to the Shagan.
Cool.
Shagan is a great name for it.
Sheep dragon.
Yeah.
Shagan.
Okay, I'm just reminding myself of what I can do. I won't be able to grapple it this turn. That's a shame.
Won't be able to grapple the sheep dragon. Okay.
Not well. I could actually forego doing any damage and grapple it. Yes, I will do that. I will attempt to grapple the Shagan.
Oh.
That's an 18 on the dice.
It rolled a 24.
I just need to remind myself what the rules are for actually performing a grapple check without using my class feature for it.
Opposed athletics check. Or at the athletics or their acrobatics.
Okay. In that case, I got 23. You said it was 24, did you?
24.
Yep, 24.
Sad times.
19 on the die.
18 on the die.
It's as strong as you. Well, it makes sense. It's a giant sheep that coils.
Is that it for you?
Yep, that's because we don't get multi-attack until next level. Yep, that is the end of my turn.
Cool. Now that fox will appear, and instead of going north, it'll go 2, 6.
Incoming, Jax.
I should have run.
You should have acted. They are already.
I did say if the sheep dragon attacked him, and I actually can't see that wolf at all.
So you see a nasty little fox rush up to you and try to just it leaps at you, and that is a unnatural 20 to hit.
That does indeed hit.
You take 4 damage.
Super glad sleep is not a concentration spell.
Jumps at you, but you, and then it will jump back off you, and then how much has it got? It will then go 1, 2. Let's roll.
Does it proc an away there?
It does not.
Ooh.
Nimble escape. The fox doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when they leave an enemy's reach.
Cool.
There's that one. This one. So. Let's talk about that one. I see it's not showing up there. You see that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ido, you see to your north, going across the map, another small indentation.
I will report this telepathically to everybody else.
Cool. Then it's the sheep. The sheep will look at you, Avaxis. It will snarl at you, and it will burst south towards Jex. I need you, Ryan, to roll me a strength saving.
He's good at them.
He is very good.
Dirty 20.
Oh! So you feel a gust of air almost force you back, but with that save, nothing happens to you.
So in that case, I do an opportunity attack on
In
it.
that case, you are free to take an opportunity attack.
And I think
Yeah, sorry, you roll at disadvantage.
I roll at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Then, rather than trying to do another grapple attack, I might just attempt to punch it.
As one does.
Would your grapples? You wouldn't roll. Do you
Grapples aren't at this.
aren't attack rolls, so you would
Yeah.
roll at a grapple normally.
Yeah,
It's a special melee attack, a grapple.
Yeah, but it's not an attack roll.
yeah, it's not an attack roll.
Okay, in that case, I will attempt to grapple.
No worries, Rich.
Ooh.
When Rich is back, that is a 21.
That is definitely gonna hit for sure. I hope.
Well, that's a grappler. That's just a grapple check.
Oh yeah, that's true.
His athletics versus or acrobatics.
So that was a 21 to grapple Rich versus choice of athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, yeah.
His roll of 13 does not help him escape.
Huzzah! In that case, he be grabbed, and he does not move from the spot that he was in.
What can you do whilst he's grappled with you?
Well, his movement speed is 0, but he still gets all of his actions and everything. And he could use an action to break the grapple.
But that would
Given
be
it-
his action for the turn.
Yeah.
Would be.
It will snarl at you and will try and bite you.
Try and bite me.
Yeah, that is a 16 to hit.
Nope, it bounces off my glorious chest.
It will snarl at you again and then try and headbutt you, and that's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So you take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Imagine if that was how you went out, getting headbutted to death by a sheep.
The dragon sheep, at least.
I don't really want to get rammed.
That's it for the sheep. Next fox is sleeping. Jex, over to you.
Okay, let me just move my timer dice. Is it a minute that sleep lasts for?
Yeah,
I believe so.
10 rounds.
Cool. So I'll move that to 9. I don't think it's going to matter too much, but right. Cool. I'm gonna cast Cloud of Daggers at the sheep's location. It's gonna get a good cheering.
We make it bald, it will run away? Is that the plan here?
It'll
So-
at least look a lot less cute.
It could look
Can
more
I?
pathetic.
So it's a 5 foot. So it's going to be in the very. If it goes, so can I? I'm going to plonk it on that square there. The creature takes 44 slashing damage when it enters the area for the first time, or starts its turn there. Okay, cool. So, beginning of its turn, it will take, and then at that point, I'm going to move out of the forest and hide behind this rock. I think. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you actively hiding? And if so, give me a stealth check.
Oh, I do not hide very well. That's a 10.
Cool.
Oh, dear.
Oh, it did attempt to... Oh, no, it didn't actually do the attack against. Never mind. Sorry.
No.
No, I'm going to have to deal with Spencer, I'm afraid. I will hopefully be only 5 or 10 minutes.
No
Yeah,
problem.
no
We can
worries.
keep ourselves entertained in the meanwhile.
I've got a coin. Pick up the
Quick,
coin.
let's say cool things about Rich so he feels good about himself.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's taken the headset
I hear
off,
it.
so...
Yeah, but this is
Yeah,
when
but
he
he'll hear
listens
it
back.
next time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Future Rich, you were a cool person.
Yeah,
And a very
future
good-
Rich.
Very good deal.
Mm.
I mean,
I-
current
right.
Rich is pretty cool as well, but
Yeah,
you just get
dude.
cool with time.
Doing some good map design here. This is
Yeah.
definitely a
Yeah.
custom one, I could tell.
I,
that.
I like this mechanic.
Yeah, it's really interesting
Yeah.
way to do it.
Again, the comments.
Yeah, very, very good. It's a tricky thing. I've been trying to do some stuff with like levels and things as well, and like heights. It's very hard to get it right because if you do it wrong, it just feels like, oh, that fucked up, and now they're below the map.
I've kind of spoiled myself now with how I ran the Battle of Fort Morgan this time. Of like, but we never need to borrow. But like I could do this all the time. We never need bother with movement distance again.
Yeah.
Feels
Yeah,
like the
there's
DM
that.
version of delving too greedily and too deep.
And that's how you end up with one of your PCs becoming basically a Balrog.
What did you say?
No comment.
James has sent me £100. He paid me back for the thing, and now I've got money to spend on props.
I was going to be going to a gig in London last Friday. Yeah, last Friday. And I ended up selling the tickets and got 60 quid back. And it's like, oh, I've got so much. It's going to feel good. So much money for activities.
Avoid the Warhammer shop, and you'll be fine.
Of course, I will avoid the Warhammer shop. You can get a 20% discount online.
All that money's gone already.
It's actually not even in my account yet. There's a 10-day delay on on Ticketmaster giving me my money back. However, yeah. I've also like 55 quid up on Prolific in the last week, and that's a Land Raider right there, baby.
Yeah. Besides the Arduino project, I have one more big project I want to do, which is, I don't know, but with £100. With £100,
With 100 of your finest British pounds.
Yeah, definitely do it and justify it. I got told no before because we should spend that money, Brad. But this is free money.
This is free. It's not real. It's just numbers on a screen.
Yeah. It's numbers on a screen. It's on a PayPal screen that came
fake
from nowhere that we forgot about for 2 years or something like that. Maybe more than that because I don't know how long ago that was.
It was post-pandemic. I think it was 2021. So
So
two and a half years.
That's basically money you found via archaeology at that point. Like,
Essentially, yeah.
So obviously you need to spend it.
Earth.
You need to spend it on strange relics.
Yes, I do. I do need to spend it on strange relics.
We are bad influences, and I do not
You-
apologise.
That's fair.
I'm a bad influencer. Don't maybe do forget to like and subscribe.
That would probably be more effective in some circles.
Yeah, you get that. It was like, hey, you, fuck you. Listen to this. Don't you fucking dare like and subscribe, you piece of shit.
You get your subscriber names as well, so the next video you can say in the video saying, you subscribe to me, you asshole.
Dave773, I just want you to know I don't respect you as a person.
It's almost enough, but actually nowhere near enough. Almost enough to make me wish that we were actually public and popular.
Yeah.
I mean, the recordings are technically public. But if we were to actually go commercial, then
Be better off, for our format, we'd be better off doing podcasts rather than things.
The only reason that I make them into videos is because YouTube has the free hosting.
Yeah.
I think you can host it.
As I've said before, the Plex now has server space.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that, and I'm very tempted by that.
I think you could do the same thing with like a podcast as well, because you could host it on whatever podcast forum it goes to. Or no, there are RSS feeds.
When I was looking at it before, you'd need to pay for the podcast hosting because it would only allow like uploads of 1 hour or 2 hours or something like that.
Yeah, that's why a lot of actual play series split their podcasts into 1 hour chunks.
Yeah, that sounds like way too much effort.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, YouTube's giving you free hosting as long as you keep uploading every so often.
And as long as we don't mention what Mike did in that game of Essen.
I was literally about to say it and then realised you'd get another ban. So
There is no Essen in Bar Sing Se.
Because they have all been murdered.
All right, let's move on from that.
Yeah, that's fair. I can't believe of all the things, like D&D is so rife with all kinds of stuff like that, where you're like, taken out of context, you run into a lot of trouble. But I guess,
I mean, I possibly could have appealed that, but I'd much rather. I did the training thing that they've got, that they recommended, which means that the strike will be removed from my account after a number of months.
okay.
Oh, so it was like one of those sort of when you get a point on your license, you can do this little course instead of, yeah.
But yeah, the strike will still be on my account, and I need to not reoffend,
Yeah.
or we basically lose everything on the channel.
Probably not great.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is true.
I've still got all of the audio files.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will double check that, but I believe I've still at least got all the audio files.
That's good. Cool. No worries.
But yeah, Mike, is there an easy way for me to get them uploaded onto the Plex server? Can I upload them from here? Or would it have to be every week I have to stick them on a USB stick and bring them down to you?
Well, I mean, what if you were to pop them on a OneDrive or something?
Oh yeah, that'd do it.
And then, yeah. I think I've got a terabyte on my OneDrive, so I can always create a folder for that, so you can use it as like a Dropbox type thing.
Yeah. It means we're not going to have any of the fancy opening stuff that I do, like opening music and things like that. But
is that not part of the?
No. Oh, not the
Actually-
original audio file.
no, not the audio files I've got at the moment. No.
No, you'd have to merge. Yeah.
Yes. So I mean, I could definitely do it going forward.
Yeah.
But I'd need to reprocess a whole
The
lot of
other
the old
option
ones.
is I literally just download everything from YouTube directly.
How's it going, buddy?
Yeah, he's settled again. If he wakes up again, I think I'm gonna have to call it. But
That's
the hope
okay,
is
yeah.
for now he's gone under, so we'll see.
Understandable.
Okay, I've just
Cool.
checked. I do still have all of the old audio files, just in case the YouTube channel does disappear.
I know.
Where were we?
I think it was Jex had just hidden behind a rock.
Yes.
Cool. In that case, 1, 2, 3, 5. Zoop. Another fox jumps out and tries to attack you, Faxus. That is a 24 to hit,
Yeah, that'll hit.
or slashing damage.
And then it disappears.
Rune.
So I can see the sheep dragon.
Mhm.
It can't see me.
You don't know.
Okay.
It tried to go south, but that could be towards
Or it's Jackson.
Jex with his
Right.
very loud sleep spell.
Well, I hit at the end of last round with a natural 20, so I'm pretty sure I'm okay. So I will bonus action hex it, and that will
Mhm.
pull these red strings, and I'm gonna make it disadvantage on strength. So any athletics checks in the future will be disadvantage.
Was it trying to break out of my grip with strongly or snakily?
It's very strong. And then I will throw. I'll throw a knife at it, and that'll just take more of the thing. So, and that's an advantage. Shit. That will be
Is that
Well-
an advantage because you're hidden?
Yeah.
Wow.
12 to
Or
hit.
was it 12? It misses, I'm afraid. Well, it goes into the soft fluff of its coating and
I
doesn't
turn.
hit the effect.
I turn to Jax. I just go. It's so fluffy, and then slink behind the rock again. And that's the end of my turn. That's all I can do.
Ido.
I'm gonna fly up to where it is. Hang on, I'm shooting measure. Can I get to that square? No, I can't. So I can't quite get flanking. But I'm gonna fly to there, And then you know, have you ever seen someone play polo? You know, big sticks on a From the air, I just whack down with my walking stick as I cast Shillelagh and hit it. In fact, I will cast Booming Blade just for the sake of argument as I hit it with the stick.
Nice.
That is a 20 to hit.
Easily.
Yeah, and then
Its only armor is its fluffiness.
very good. That is going to be a 12 points of damage.
Sweet.
As I beconk it, and then that's entirely me. That's move action and bonus.
Sweet. Vaxis.
Okay, well, at the start of my turn, because it's still grappled, it is going to just take damage.
Fair.
As you hug it extra tight.
Come on. Light up, you stupid dice. 4 points of bludgeoning damage as I just squeeze.
It is very huggable. Up close, I mean.
That looks off.
And I am going to use a bonus action to activate my bigger hands.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to rotate 90 degrees.
Very funny.
And then
no kit to chop him off in this campaign, sir.
Pardon?
You can't throw it off a ship 100 feet above water this time.
No, but I can pull him out of the cloud of daggers and then put him back into it.
Oh, you can, can't you? How much does he take from the daggers?
4d4. So 3, 3, 2, 3. So 9, 10, 11 points of.
Sweet. And as you shear away at this sheep dragon, you start to expose patches of its skin, and you can see black blood start to ooze out of it. It's getting quite hurt.
Oh, possibly I didn't need to activate the big hands already. Then that's going to be a shame. And actually, while I'm moving, I am going to. Where is the whatchamacallit, the cloud of daggers?
So it's in the bottom left square. There.
Because I want to keep it in that square, but I want to basically move myself there. Okay, so I get there to get some flanking with Ido.
Nice.
Or no, I can get there to get flanking with Ido. There we go. And we'll then do a punching it with a maneuver. Where are my goddamn maneuvers?
They're maneuvering away from you.
Yes, they are. Okay, so I am going to make this a goading attack. So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Good. 10.
Okay, that's a fail. It has disadvantage on all attack rolls against targets other than me until the end of its next turn. Sorry, until the end of my next turn. And also, I got a 26 to hit. Oh no, sorry, 27 to hit.
Hits.
We could do something really horrible to things with low whiz with a hex with grapple, hex on strength, and casting sanctuary, because then it has to make a wisdom save or lose its thing, and then even if it does, it has disadvantage. Ugh, grotesque. I love it.
Okay, so that is 12 bludgeoning damage plus 4 force damage.
bludgeoning?
12, I believe I said.
It don't look good. It lets out a shriek.
That is the
Almost
end of my
like it's
turn.
Arse to legs. Cool.
Just to clarify, it's elongated, but it hasn't got like extra sets of legs down it, does it?
No.
Like a center sheep.
How high up are you, Ido?
I will have descended down to 5 feet above its max height, so I am within reach of it.
Sweet. The fox will leap up at you.
Fair.
That is a 12 to hit.
No.
And that one. That is a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
That is 4 slashing damage.
Noted.
It's the sheep's turn. How much damage did it take at the start of its turn?
Hold on.
44.
4d4.
Yeah, another. Yeah. 3, 4, 2.
12.
So 12.
It had 4 HP left and lets out a shriek
It
as it
couldn't have
claps to
survived.
the ground.
I do feel bad about killing it.
It was kind of cute in the fluffy way.
And now it's a melee weapon.
That one's asleep. Jex, your turn.
Right.
I am looking forward to the absolute bounty of sheep puns possibilities for this episode's title.
I'm going hunting for.
Roll me a perception check.
I personally would suggest a sheer and present danger.
Only a 7, I'm afraid.
Then nothing.
Yeah,
Another one.
Oh, okay. That's a natural 1.
No, nothing.
And I don't know, let's go there.
And you step on another fox.
There we go.
Because we're so connected, we could just leave.
Well, but they're hounding the other guys.
Only because they're in the bushes.
Do these look like native fauna, these foxes?
Yes.
So these aren't like descendants of dogs that have been brought over or anything?
Okay. Okay. Actually, this could be a terrible idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to cast Sleep at 2nd level on my location. Because you don't actually have to know where
With
they
you
are.
at the center point. Is that right?
Me at the center point.
Can you move the existing?
I
here?
will.
I think I've got control of that. I can do that. This one.
Sleep isn't concentration, right? It's just as soon as
It's just a thing.
Yep.
And I'm hoping that I've got more health than the foxes.
Better hope Ido has more health than the foxes.
Yeah, me too.
Oh no, I've done it again.
Beans. Also, I'm flying 15 feet in the air, so I will be taking full damage if not.
What's the
Yeah.
radius on sleep?
20 feet.
It is definitely in it.
Yeah.
The problem is,
Even with Trig, I'm in it. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's the clever thing about the cornfield. Because I can only see my character, I forgot where people were.
Hey, I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Go
accurate.
for it, man.
Um,
How many hit points do you have?
I have 24.
I'm fine.
It's more likely you're going to knock yourself out.
Yeah.
The old self-chloroform. Those are rare.
Which I believe I did last time as well.
Jackson's
And
there just going.
I did not learn.
Excellent use of props.
Thank you. Doing the object work, yeah.
38.
Whoa.
Ah,
How much HP does the fox have?
So if the
Do you
the question is not how much HP does it have, the question is does it have more HP
More
than
than
Jax?
it does. No, sorry. It doesn't. It has 13.
So
Ooh.
it will take out the first fox for 13, and then if there is another fox within the radius, 26. So I don't
There
think.
is.
Mm.
Oh.
Do you like so basically you needed 39 to make all of them fall asleep. Given that you are one away, do you like highs or lows? I will see whether you
I will go
get that one.
highs, please.
I rolled a 16, so I'm going to say they all fall asleep.
Yes.
Huzzah!
There was one there. There was one there.
Mm.
There we go. I knew my gambit would pay off eventually.
Yes, save having one with 1 HP left.
Yeah,
Yeah,
reasonable.
yeah.
That's very kind.
Uh,
Thank you.
Someone's going to have to put them down now.
Well, no, because we've got a minute, so we can just move on, right?
Oh, that's true, yeah. I do kind of want to harvest some bits from that sheep dragon, but we might be able to come back and do it later.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
we've got a
yeah.
minute. I'm happy to just go around and wring all their necks.
But they're adorable.
So was that thing.
That's true. But
We haven't found a way to cleanse the corruption, though, have we?
No.
we
No.
might find one inside there.
That thing is going to be fine. So we can come back later.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
Very
if you
well.
want to pick it up. Fuck out.
Can Vaxus count? No, that's fine.
Can, yes. Should, no.
No.
Vax is
head
gonna
in, yeah.
just gonna lay it out against the brick wall there.
So you're effectively ringing their necks, right?
No, we're running away.
We're just
running,
yeah,
okay.
we're heading
Okay.
into the temple if we can.
That's fine. That's fine.
Good thing these coins are durable, because I keep dropping it.
Hopefully
Boy diggity.
you can see
I-
stuff.
Ooh, it's a
Yes.
big map.
Oh
Who
boy.
daddy?
I could see this.
Grayscale.
I can
could
also
a
see
small
that.
sliver of green.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, can you see?
A small sliver of green down there.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Who's in grayscale?
I'm in
grayscale.
grayscale currently.
as well,
I
yeah.
can see in color when I click on myself. When I click off, I see grayscale.
Because we can
When
all
I
share
click
vision.
off myself, I can see in color. When I click on my... Oh, no, it's fixed.
I'm fixing each of you.
There we go.
Oh, cool. How did you... I didn't even know you could make grayscale.
You can if you set the character to dark vision.
Which is by default for all of your characters.
Yeah, because dark vision doesn't let you see in color in the dark. It just lets you see shape.
Gotcha.
Cool.
I don't have dark vision though.
No, but it's like that's the default sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying that. So
D&D
when we go in,
characters it
when
is,
we go
yeah.
inside, if it is dark, I would need to be blind,
Yeah.
or light a torch.
Yeah.
Another natural boundary separates the edge of the the wheat field, with a large stone structure. It is made of large stone slabs held together by some form of binding material. There are no obvious designed points of entry, and the wall runs solidly in either direction.
Can we? Is there anything we can like try and transmit an access code from the phone or something?
Nothing registers from the phone.
Could be below us, or maybe it's above us. We
And
need to
yeah,
go
could I
up.
do a flyover of the building and see if I can see if there's a rooftop ingress?
Yes, you can. There is nothing. It is like every point where you would sort of naturally go, there should be a window or a doorway here. Almost like it is naturally. Something has come and closed it off with large stone slabs.
So is it like a security protocol has gone into effect? Can we see the tracks of where the people got in here last time?
They head south.
Let's go that way.
Then
Yeah.
that's where we're going.
Oh, I can see shit. Oh, I can see a place.
Oh, they broke their way in. I see.
Indeed.
Pause for a second. As you progress further south along the wall, you come across supplies from the initial expedition being stacked up against the wall. Nearby, there also appears to be a point of ingress caused by some form of explosion. Chunks of brick, earth, and rock are scattered on the ground in what would otherwise be an unblemished patch of rocks.
Did the explosion come from inside or outside the structure?
Roll me a perception or investigation.
Ooh, I'll go investigation if I can. Can I guidance on this one?
Hmm?
That is a 19, 21 plus my
21.
investigation, 30.
So it's quite clearly caused by some explosion on the outside.
So they have blasted their way in. They didn't get in through a hole that was blasted out from the inside.
Correct. And with that roll, whilst this hole is the main damage caused to this temple, there is a large crack running up.
There's
the
other
side.
structural damage. Cool.
Presumably, this hole here looks recent.
Yes.
Do the cracks look recent as well?
The cracks look, based on that roll, the cracks look to be caused by whatever caused the hole to form.
Mhm.
So the crack is running from, like a fracture point from this explosion.
Okay, cool.
I think then head in and see if we can
Find a
stealthily
place to-
go and see what's what.
That's my thing. So I'll
Stealth.
stealth up.
See if I can accompany you at 24.
I got 12 so far. I need to find the D6. It's that one. Nope, it's not that one. It's that one. That would be 18. This is like stone and this doesn't look
So,
like the.
In this side of the room, it is a stone. Looks like to be a storeroom of some kind. The explosion has clearly caused a lot of damage in here. Pretty much anything that was in here has been scattered across the room and has smashed into pieces. Chunks of
This is
pottery.
the stuff from that they pulled stuff out of this room. That was the stuff we saw back at the.
Yeah.
So like the probe and the tablet and the.
There is no obvious signs of technology here, so you can't make an exact guess of where it could be. However, you do remember in the stuff that wasn't under cloth, there was pottery and
bits and
things that you more associate with an archaeological dig. That has clearly come from this room.
Does the architecture in here look reminiscent of any Zomil or Amartal stuff or pre-gathered? Cool.
It is old, ancient, and made of stone. Not a single thing that you would even consider to be technological insight.
Did they
I will come
convince-
down to a hover about 2 or 3 inches off the ground and then.
Did they convince some ancient civilization to build all this for them for some reason? I mean, maybe they must.
You think aliens built this pyramid?
I mean, yes.
Curious. Aliens.
Yeah, yes. I don't know why that's so controversial. We see aliens all the time. I'm an alien.
No, I agree. It's
You're
perfectly
an alien.
mundane. Yeah.
Yes. I'm an alien, you're an alien. Hell, for this planet, they're both aliens.
True.
Walking around the outside of the temple, I can see a statue. What is the statue of? Or do I need to get closer? I'm happy to get closer.
I'm paused only because I don't want 2 planes of action right now. So I know
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's why I kind of wanted to notify you. Like, I've only gone a few feet at this stage, so this is happening simultaneously, and I'm hoping Vaxis will be following me. I think Ryan said he'd be right back. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
There he is.
So waiting for
Everything
me.
okay? Yeah.
Just that I was while they're inside, I was wandering around the outside. I was hoping you could come with me so that we're not split into lots of different directions.
Sure thing. I will follow.
Because there's a statue there. But
Oh,
again,
lovely.
I'll let the DM.
Feel free to go closer if you want.
Okay, cool. It's fine.
Is that a fish?
Ooh, this looks like the front entrance. What is the statue of at this stage?
Around the corner of the temple is what appears to be the front of the building, main entrance of some kind. There is a natural alcove in the walls of the temple, forming 2 doorways. Huge stone slabs impede any ingress you may wish to make in this direction. The slabs themselves are decorated by an expansive mural depicting a humanoid figure raising their hands towards the stars. In the night sky at the top of the image, a singular star shines a beam of light. This has been treated with some form of special paint that gives it a sparkle that twinkles in the daylight.
If I wave my bracelet at the door, nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Can
I
I
don't know if
see-
you heard before you left. the first room that Rune explored in, it was stone and ancient and very much not technological.
Can I see any kind of mechanism or lock or anything like that?
No, you cannot.
Can the statues be interacted with in any way? Like, no. Okay, that's fine.
I don't. Do I hear anything in this building at all? Like anything, or is it just dead quiet?
Roll me a perception check.
What is that? This is 11.
23.
Ido hears a very low hum coming to the north.
I'll relay that to Rune. You want to go first?
I'm a little quieter than you, so sure. Go around the corner. Let's see.
Specifically, that is still whispered, even though I'm communicating telepathically and silently.
I think about that for a second. No, I'm not going to make this. So around the
north.
It was the humming was from up there.
Is that right? It's coming.
To the north.
Right. I will sneak up to the door and quietly open it. There are two men in fancy hats. Two men in very fancy hats.
Where's that one? The room appears to have been cleared of any clutter, and its contents treated with the utmost reverence. At the heart of the room, 4 figures float in an eerie, otherworldly stasis. Hovering above the ground, they are bathed in a haunting, dim radiance. The floor around them is ringed with intricate runic metal bands, pulsating with power, which is where the hum is coming from. One appears to have taken slight damage, and the once uniform light now pulsates slightly. A 5th empty ring lies closer to you.
Are they in like a stasis field kind of thing?
I mean, do you want to have a little closer look?
I do.
Oh, sorry, just checking on where the other 2 are up to.
Yeah, we're just gonna slowly circle around the building if you have no objections.
I've got no objections to it. Keep going over a bar.
I don't know where you guys are. Are you within 120 feet of me?
No, I don't think so.
I mean,
No.
hang on.
They're
Yeah.
just outside, yeah.
In that
just
case, the
outside.
connection is broken, and until you come back in, I can't tell you anything.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
Your thing might still be active for Jex, though. Reed.
yeah.
yeah, it is because it's not
It's
ranged.
ours.
Yeah.
Ooh, what have we got here?
Like,
Oh, what is this?
do you express that thought internally as well?
Yeah, I love it so much that is now being communicated telepathically.
Rich, what state of matter are we looking at? Solid, liquid?
Liquid. I don't appear to have I know what it is. I thought I had a blood for this already. You see a small pond. Water is very clearly exiting the structure and is trickling out. However, as you approach, you notice almost like oil spilt into water, a dark sheen or substance has coated some of it, particularly focused around the bit coming out of the temple.
Yeah.
If I were to hypothesize, this corruption has therefore leached into the water supply and then infected everything, starting primarily with the life forms, the herbivores that eat the grass.
It might be that the animals around here have been drinking directly from this water source.
But it's bioaccumulating like DDT. One of the big problems with DDT pesticides in the 80s was that small insects would eat them, but then birds would eat those. Foxes would eat the birds. Larger, yeah, it accumulates higher up in. Fucking love it.
Which means
Just
those
checking that,
people might be changing soon.
Vaxis and Jex, you can't see into the temple, right?
Nope.
No, we did not.
Okay, it's glitchy on mine. Because I selected you and it said you could, so just wanted to...
No,
If I unselected, I might be able to see into there because I could see what the others are seeing, but I'm not going to unselect myself just to avoid seeing that.
Oh.
Yeah. So this black liquid, does it also appear to be coming out of the temple as opposed to? Okay.
How
So the water is naturally flowing away from the temple, and the concentration of the black stuff is very clearly right next to the exit way.
does it look like the black liquid is also seeping out of the
Yep.
of the structure? Does
Yep.
it look like it's coming out of a separate source?
No.
So it's water infused with the black liquid flowing from the.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
So back to the other group.
Right. Okay. What's going on here then?
So as you approach the figures, one of the figures resembles an elderly gentleman, hovers within the hazy illumination, which undulates like an unsettling shimmer of heat in a desert mirage. Draped in robes adorned with wild star patterns, the aged features of the individual reveal the weight of time and experience. They teeter on the precipice of their own demise.
Is this the one that's been injured?
No, they kind of all have this sort of very elderly
Gaunt
gentleman.
next to death. Okay.
Mhm.
Could I roll an Arcana check to work out what's going on here magically?
Sure.
Am I getting guidance stat?
Yeah.
Rich, that's a
I
13 with a natural 20.
I investigate the broken one because there was a fifth empty one.
So effectively, this is some sort of time magic that is keeping all of these people in stasis on the verge of their own deaths. On a natural 20, I will give you that it looks like from their clothing, it looks like the clothing has evolved with each figure. So you could make the guess that they went in there at different times.
Epochs.
Yeah.
And this fifth ring that we're presumably standing next to,
Mm-hmm.
is there any sign of the occupant?
No, so you can infer that this one is just the next one that is ready to go.
That was never activated.
It's not like that one has deactivated, it is yet to be filled.
Nope.
Right. Are they all identical? Like the artwood in
No,
black?
they are very clearly different people, but based on their attire, they are all from the same.
They share a
Probably.
culture and a historicity, but they are not necessarily
The same
like,
person.
related or the
Or yeah.
I see a tempting box in the corner that I'm very curious about.
I see the tempting box, and but all of the are all of these statues around there pointing inwards towards these things as well?
No, that is just the they are in reverence to some of the figures. You may even notice a resemblance between one of the statues and one of the ones in the stasis chambers. But they're not pointing. That's just the image that I had in Dungeon Draft.
Are we able to move through the room without disturbing the stasis fields?
I mean, you can make a roll.
I'd love to.
I really don't want to get caught in a stasis field for centuries. Yeah, I think
What kind of roll?
Yeah, I go with this.
You can either make me a stealth check if you're being slow and careful,
Yeah.
or an athletics check if you're being quick and nimble.
That is another natural 20.
This is definitely a stealth check kind of place.
Ryan, these dice you got me for Tommy are rolling fucking hot today.
Where's the number? 26.
I am curious as to what's behind these curtains up here as well.
Curtains? What curtains?
Are they curtains? I think they're curtains.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you get
There's
past
more
me.
place.
Feel free to, Ido and Jex, feel free to act at this point.
Uh,
I'm going to pee with her. Right back.
Can we try and get past the water without touching it?
I will give you for free. You can see the top of the map right now. Essentially, it is more Stonewall Temple that goes around the corner.
okay.
You can cross if you want, but I'll give you for free that there is nothing else further on.
Well, just as an
Legal
academic point, I think would cross, loop
Yep.
around, and go all the way back to the
Sure.
to the starting
do that.
room.
You
I'm
can do
just
that.
wondering if there's a way that we can seal it off.
How big is the fissure that's causing this leak?
So it is not a fissure. It is not a leak. It is
A river.
yeah. So it's not like suddenly there's a burst pipe and water is gushing out. It is kind of like this has been here for years, decades.
Okay, so presumably then this thing has water. The water has been.
Make me a nature check.
Because it would be an underground water source. It might be why the temple was built where it was, which is unfortunate because I've rolled very poorly on nature, so I probably wouldn't get that.
I got 10 total.
You can't tell.
So
it looks natural. It looks like it's been there for a while. That's
the
what we can
water
get.
is running out from underneath the temple, and presumably this black stuff is coming from somewhere out of sight within the temple itself. So probably can't block it up, but maybe if we go in there we can find a tap to turn off the black stuff. It's either that or I get in there and I swim up to try and find where it's coming from and block it whilst under the water. I'm not particularly a big fan of that idea.
Well, I mean, the other way would be we'd create like a dam or something, and so the water would then just backflow into the temple, but that's only a temporary situation. So
maybe let's investigate the inside of the temple and rule out turning off any
Yeah.
taps in there first.
I don't want to cross the water. What I would probably do is go around the other way.
Vaxus would happily either leap over or even just climb the side of the temple and shimmy across that way.
Don't want to wade through.
No, I don't want to touch the water.
If you want to make me a athletics check, if you want to scale or jump.
And I am just moving around.
Oh no, I might be going into the water anyway. Okay, maybe not 11.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Are you jumping or climbing?
Jumping.
You jump almost all the way across, but your feet catch the very edge of it as you kind of land like there.
Okay.
And it gets like jumping in a puddle, it splashes up and into you.
All right, I quickly get out of the water and shake myself off.
If any of it comes near you, you have if like a splash and it gets into your mouth, a little bit of a bitter taste, but otherwise it's just not very nice water.
And it doesn't give me any kind of feeling of like I get from the sword when it's out of its sheath or anything.
You get a very, very weak hint of that.
Okay.
But you are the only one in the party that has immunity to it, so...
Yeah. Well, I'm going to continue looping up and around to the north and then come back that way, but because that part of the map doesn't exist, I will just swing myself down. And then across. Oh, you moving me as well.
Yeah. And we'll come back to the gentleman inside.
So we got a chest.
We do. Could we check it for traps?
Sure, roll me an investigation.
Rune is pulling out a thief's tools.
Same. That is 22.
It is not trapped.
Do you want to do the honors or shall I?
Please, I will cast guidance on Rune.
Okay. That will be... I don't have that, but I've got proficiency 14 plus... 18 total.
It is locked, but it is not magically locked, and you open it with ease. Inside, you find a sealed spell scroll case and a wrapped up in cloth, another blank slate tile.
Pop those in the bag of holding for later.
Yes, didn't they say these things would be like priceless or something?
Yes. Yes.
What, the number 2 one we found? Well, maybe we can use this to like buy a ship or something.
That'd be super. Is there any relevance or significance to one of those candles not being lit?
Nope.
I want
Like,
to
does
poke.
that exist in the game, or is it just an artifact of the map?
Roll me a. I was gonna say roll me an investigation, or a perception check, but it's gonna be
31.
so. These have all been lit recently,
Yeah.
in the last day or so, and it just so happens that one has
Blotted out.
gone melted out.
That itself is
Right.
useful information. I don't know if I am within 120 feet, but I will telepathically
You
communicate
are.
that realization to as many of my comrades as I can that there are
Everyone's
candles in here, and it appears that somebody has lit them mundanely within the last 24 hours, so that'll be fun.
That's interesting. I'm going to throw a rock at one of these floaty guys. I pick a rock up and I hurl it at the one that looks the most sturdy, in the chest, not the head.
I think what you get is, no, wait!
I've already done it.
As the
Just
rock leaves the hand, Joe in no way wants to stop you doing this.
Yeah.
The rock hits the edge of this beam of status, and it will slowly sink into it like a pebble sinking into ooze, and it slowly heads towards the head of the.
Man, in
Of one of
30,000 years, that guy's gonna have a really sore nipple.
But it never actually gets to him, does it? It just kind of.
Mm-mm.
Is it sort of Zeno's paradox arrow? The closer it gets, the more it slows.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to throw it harder, that's all.
Checks and
That's how that
success.
works, right?
I think at this stage we'll probably begin to slowly enter the temple.
I'd like to do a quick perception check on the outside just to see if anybody or anything is coming towards us.
Good point.
When you get in here, don't touch the beams. It's turn left, then take the next left.
22 on perception.
Yeah, I see nothing, so I'm just going to head in.
Oh.
Cool.
I said left and then...
And don't touch the beans, whatever the beans are.
Yeah, you'll see.
Oh, these beams.
Oh,
These
beams! I thought.
Yes, these ones. Hello.
Okay.
Hello,
Yeah,
They have they have nice hats. You can't get them though. Don't jump in there.
Remind me, what were they?
They're
Were
like-
they humanoid?
Do they look humanoid?
They look humanoid.
Yeah. Do they look
How many
humanoid?
fingers have they got?
They've got 5 things.
5 fingers, presumably 5 toes, although all of them are wearing shoes and very nice hats.
Yes.
There's more of the place up here, lads.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
We found
for
we found
ease, I knew.
I was going to say we found some flowing water outside, and there appears to be some kind of black stuff in the water might be causing the problems.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Uh,
Are we
for ease-
wondering if the Oh, by the way, we found, and I'll hold up the priceless tile we found and the scroll case, and say,
Yes. Oh, I wonder if I should open this scroll case.
can do certainly, yes. I can identify it later if needs be, but yes, have that.
Click.
For ease, I'm moving my character directly across, but mechanically, I am moving around the beams.
Roll me a
Same.
stealth or athletics check, please.
Guidance.
Okay. Athletics.
Basically, are you going slow and steady or quick and nimble? Oh, if there's some other approach you'd like to take, feel free to pitch it.
Handling.
Yeah. Can I change my shape so that I physically, because I can fit into very, very small spaces.
Oh, I like that.
Ooh, beautiful use of racial features, sir.
I
Yeah.
like that. Yes, you can.
It's
I'm
gonna
not-
take it. Essentially, it's gonna be slow and steady because I'll have to
Yeah.
doff my armor and then pass that across and then.
It's fine.
but
I
yeah.
pick up your armor and I just leap between 2 beams with a 24.
Oh, beautiful. You both succeed.
Cool.
Carry on 3.
I will re-equip my armor.
Well, I think I might have found the water there. Vexus and Jex.
Oh,
Ah,
The man-made
And then-
walls of the temple slowly make way to a rough earthen passageway down to a cave deep below the temple. A natural spring is its focal point. A slow but steady stream of water trickles through a crack in the wall into the far wall into a large body of water, which then flows naturally into an exit to the southeast or easterly corner.
does
Oh,
this
that's the-
water look contaminated?
Very much so.
Roll me a perception check.
it's the wallfish.
It's the wallfish!
Gonna call that 27.
18.
As the light in the cave shines at just the right angle, you catch a oily sheen coming over the surface of the water, as if some darkened oil happened to line the surface. A school of small black fish swim happily under the surface, although one dead fish lies just outside the pool on the dirt and stone in front of you. In the ceiling, you see a slow but steady black drip that is drip,
Love.
drip into the
We
water.
need to just close that up.
We need to
and
fix
then-
that, yes.
Yeah, so
Could I do veterinary science upon the dead fish?
Sure.
That is a 21. Happily, again, I believe that is a 29. 29.
Describe to me what you do.
I'm gonna pick it up with Mage Hand, place it upon like a flatter rock, pull out a pair of probes, put obviously gloves on, and then sort of just begin to sort of slightly dissect it and take it apart and see what's going on with it.
As soon as you try and begin your first slice, it starts to flip and flop
Step back.
on the stone.
Oh, sorry, old chap. I'll pop it back in the water then, I suppose. Just Mage Hand. Floop.
In your mage hands.
Yeah.
Nothing. It goes back happily into the water.
Hey now, aseptic technique is a really important part of psionic medical school. Hang on, aseptic. Shit.
I guess we've got to go deeper in that other pathway.
The other pathway and see if we can get above, yes.
I'll just
it
given that you
is Yeah, it is nearly 11 o'clock though, so
Yeah.
this might be a good.
Yeah.
did you do anything else in this room?
There's nothing notably at the bottom of the pond or anything?
Once again, roll me an investigation check.
Am
And
I
tell
correct?
me what part of the room you're studying.
The bottom of the pond, see if there's anything in there notably.
There
Nope,
seems
in-
to be some
20.
rubble. I'll go have a look at this.
So 18 for investigation on where the drip is coming from, specifically with a mind. And I don't think this is going to work, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. Can I use? Is it coming from a crack in the ceiling? And does the ceiling count as an object that could be affected by the mending spell? I'm assuming not, because the things it says are things like broken chain link, 2 halves of broken key, cloak, or a leaking wineskin, something like that. And if
It's open
it
to
was
interp-
perhaps more man-made,
It's open to interpretation. Like it's kind of.
yeah.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Guidance.
Sure. That is 16.
So you attempt to do so, and you get a little bit of resistance to that magic. You feel like if this was just natural stone and rock, you could have done it. But it feels like whatever substance is oozing out of that has a natural magical resistance to whatever you're trying to do to it.
So something I have noticed, and I imagine so. Mending is a touch-based spell, so I would have to touch the rock. I'd probably have to borrow like.
I am happy to
borrow
give you a lift
ride,
up.
Yeah, and then I would touch the ceiling. I don't know if that will affect.
It does affect. Roll
I
me a
thought it
con
might.
save, please.
Yeah.
There you go.
That is.
What's the predator form of ooze?
17 for the con save.
You succeed, so only take 3 points of psychic damage as your mind's eye is opened up to the universe, if only for a nanosecond, before your mind immediately recoils from it.
Oh shit!
I'm imagining I touch it and then I'm projected back, and then Ido has to carry me in some of his arms. Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't try that again. There's also something magical, maybe, that's preventing.
I think we need to get upstairs before we
Yeah.
do anything else. Yes.
Yes.
Was there anything at the bottom of the water?
There's nothing there in terms of an object. Ryan, Faxis, make me an intelligence check, or there's engineering in this game, if only. Make me an intelligence check.
Hey,
or
be the
survival
change
check.
you want to see in the world, my guy.
Survival.
Survival. Okay. Yeah, that's a grand total of 8.
It's flowing east.
I imagine that there is some kind of crack down there where this water is escaping from. Presumably it's also welling up from somewhere as well. I don't know caves.
I'm investigating this little spot over here, and
Roll me investigation check.
I got a 19 on the die, so that's 22. Ooh, I am. There's a way
As you
through over
investigate
here.
and touch the rock in just the right place, the rocks will start to fall and reveal a hidden passage.
Hell yeah.
And that might be a good place to stop then.
Yeah.
Unless there's a cliffhanger you want to throw us off. No,
That's where we'll leave it for today.
That's what we do it for this year, my guy.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
Hope you enjoyed that.
Yes.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Will I have been able to get one of my little glass vials and grab a little bit of this oil in a vial for later experimentation?
Yep.
I shall do so remotely with Mage Hand, etc. And yeah.
Of course.
Actually, as the rocks come down, Vax is going to say, "You know, I did actually fall in the water outside earlier, and it tasted kind of bitter, but I'm fine."
Sweet.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right.
superb.
Okay.
I've been trying to rack my brains on what magic item I could make out of the fluffiest wool in the world.